Good morning, everybody. Hello, Laka. Good morning, Steve. How you doing? Funny you should mention Ask Canyon, Steve, because right now we are in Timberwolf Mountain at the Mountaineers Hut, and we were going to be going to Ash Canyon today. I'll tell you right now, Steve, Interloper is something where I would recommend you at least have at least a couple of 100 hours, if not 300 or 400 hours into the game before you really start playing Interloper regularly. I personally played 100 days of Voyager, and then I played 100 days in Stalker before I even tried Interloper, and I was still feeling rather. I felt really bad at the game when I started playing it, even after doing 100 days in Voyager and 100 days in Stalker. So Interloper is like way harder. Stalker seems too easy, but I only know that like the early maps. That's probably a big deal. I would say start some new Stalker runs and start them in zones like Ash Canyon, Timberwolf Mountain, Desolation Point, Milton, Hush River Valley. Start them in those zones and see how you do. Because really, the zone knowledge is key. And you can also, if you don't mind not getting feat progress, Steve, you can go ahead and you can use the custom game to tweak the game a little bit and make it easier or harder for yourself. Pear, hello. You won't be home for another 8 to 10 hours. Just wanted to pop in. Wish you a good stream, Pear. Thank you so much. Hi, and I liked your idea for I liked your idea for something we could do after this. I like that. We won't divulge it, but I liked your idea. Good morning, Pale Hide. Hello. I'm a feat enjoyer, though. Well, kind of kidding. Well, the feats are nice. They don't make or break the game, in my opinion, but they are very nice. They are very, very nice. So, okay, it appears that is broken yet again. I wonder how that got broken. Remove. Is it broken on the other one too? Yes, it is. Interesting. My overlay got broken again. And we are still doing our sponsorship, boys and girls, just so y'all know. We are still doing the sponsorship today. And for the next few days. CSR2 Racing was kind enough to give us a little sponsorship here for a week. So that is the sponsorship we're doing. I don't know why my link thing broke there, but let's fix that real quick. Technical difficulties, boys and girls. That's why I label it as. No. The overlay. There we go. Copy that overlay link. Add a browser source. Which is always a pain whenever it does this. And paste, and okay, and there we go. It's like, what is going on right now? That is so weird. Copy, and it's going to get really bright real quick. Sorry about that. No. This is some technical problems we're having, because nothing can ever run smooth. Let's remove that. Yes, there we go. All right, perfect. Good morning, Kenneth. How you doing? Hello. We're just getting ready. We're just getting ready to start. I know, computers. I mean, I really like the sponsorship. Don't get me wrong. It's just and for some reason their link doesn't work real well. If you scan that QR code up there, boys and girls, and you download the game, we only need 2 more people to get to level 2 and join a crew. It literally takes you like 10 minutes. If we get 2 more people to do that, that would be freaking awesome. We do need 4 more people to get to level 7 and do 5 live races. But, you know, if that happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We've already hit our first goal of 3 people, so that was great. We just need 4 more now, but, you know, hopefully that will happen at some point. I only have the crummy sprint and book feats. Need my imaginary points. Guess I'm just living on easy mode. No, not at all, Steve. You know, the thing about this game is that I love, is that you can kind of take it at your own pace. You can play it on Interloper if you want to, or you can play it on challenge mode, or you can play it on custom mode. You can play it on Stalker. I know people who love playing it on Voyager just because they love to adventure in the world. They don't want to have the stress of it, of worrying about wolves and stuff all the time and dying all the time. There's people who will play it on Dead Man mode, where you don't even get health back when you sleep. And they turn off birch bark teas, so you don't even get birch bark teas. Hey, Red 5, how's it going, buddy? How you doing today, man? How are you, Red 5? Hello, hello. Red 5, have I? Okay, I have subbed to you. Everybody go sub to Red 5, baby. Everybody go sub to Red 5. Give him some love. And go over to Twitch and see him as well. But yeah, I've actually gotten all the feats at this point. So I finally got the rabbit trapping feat, which took me, that was the last one I got. So what can you do? Scotty Booms, how you doing? The only wrong way to play Long Dark is not play the Long Dark. Exactly, Scotty Booms. I've always said that. The only wrong way to play the Long Dark is not to play it. Someday when I do something cool, I'll put it on YouTube. I'm still waiting. Dude, just do it. Dude, you know they made it so easy, Red 5. Red 5. I got it for you. I got it. If you have clips on Twitch, they have made it so easy. Link your Twitch account to your YouTube account, okay? And then you can go into your clips, and now they have a button you can push, and it will automatically change your clip into the shorts format, and it will split your face from the video. That's how I've made all my shorts here lately. YouTube actually, or Twitch actually integrated that into their programming. So it'll actually make the short and upload it to YouTube for you. It'll just upload it to your YouTube channel. Oh yeah, dude, go look at it. You could upload a bunch of shorts to your channel, and at least it would give you some exposure. I mean, that's what shorts are. Shorts are an advertisement for your channel. It just says, hey, here I am, come look at me. And then in the shorts description, you can just put a link to your Twitch channel and say, hey, you want to see more? Come over to Twitch. It's super easy, dude. You know, I could talk to you about. I could talk to you on. Well, you're gonna figure it out. I was gonna say I could talk you through it on Discord, but you're computer savvy. You can figure it out. I don't even think that's connected to your game. I got three. Almost 4 feats. Then files corrupted. Oh no. Yeah, Red 5 is an awesome person, boys and girls. Red 5 is an awesome person. Yeah, the algorithm gods seem to like you. I liked one video and you popped up. Nice. Well, the shorts, I mean, honestly, the shorts, I've not been somebody who's been a big fan of the shorts, but I finally bit the bullet and started doing some. And they're just basically, well, I wasn't a big fan of them because before they got really popular, you had to go edit the video, make it into a format, do all the stuff, render it, upload it. Now, Twitch has got a super easy thing where you can just go and change your clips into shorts and just upload them to YouTube. And boom, it's done. It's so easy. It's so nice. Anyway. Yeah, it's super easy, Red 5. Oh, and then you can just title it. It'll put your Twitch channel in the title of the video as well. It's awesome. It's awesome, man. Yeah, go. If you want to, just go check out. You know, you can, if you want to see what it looks like, just go check out a couple of my recent shorts, and they're there. So, all right, let's get into it. 115 days in. We're in the Timberwolf Mountain. Mountaineer's hut. We got water boiling behind us, it sounds like. 22 minutes to boil dry. Okay. We've got guts and hides down. How many arrows do I got? I got 11 arrows. Okay, that should be enough. We are a thirsty bugger. Do we have any water? Oh, we have water. We have 10 liters of water. Do we have water on us? Yes, we have 10 liters of water on us. Okay, cool. Yeah. I think they work out really good. I mean, it's super easy to do. And I encourage anybody who's watching on Twitch to like clip stuff. You'll probably, if it's a cool clip, you'll probably see it appear on YouTube at some point, and on Instagram even. Because the cool thing about the Twitch ones, Red 5, is not only can they directly download to YouTube, but you can save it to your computer, and then you can just quickly upload it to Instagram as well, or Facebook, or Twitter, or you know, wherever you want to. Do I have any more meats on me? No, I don't. Okay. Oh no, did I take that out too early? I took that out too early, didn't I? No, I didn't. Oh, I thought I did. Okay, never mind. I just made myself a little more fire. Do I have anything to cook? Okay, I got my prepared birch bark. Since I got the fire, I might as well cook up my coffees and stuff. But we are going... Hey, Zylock, how's it going? We are headed towards... we're headed towards Ash Canyon. Our goal today is to go get our crampons and our backpack. That's what I want to do. Oh, Steve C, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that very much, my man. Saying, good guy doesn't die. Well... I can't say I don't die, because I do die sometimes. So me not dying, that is false. That is fake news. That is fake news right there. Because I do die sometimes, but haven't died recently. So we've been doing good on that account. I do die though. I can't say that I don't die. All right, let's grab some stickity booze. How much fuel do I still have? Oh, I got coal. I got everything. Okay, we're good. Let's head. Let's go. Ash Canyon, ho! Did I ever look in this? Did I ever look in here? I don't know if I even looked in this fishing hut, to be honest. My guess is no, since there's a freaking heavy hammer sitting on the floor. And a scrawled message right here. No. And a storm lantern right there. That's awesome. That's more fuel for us. So the basic premise of this run, for those of you who've not seen this run yet, this is the run that I run on a daily, on pretty much a daily basis on Twitch. But the premise for this run is that our character Astrid woke up. She woke up in Hush River Valley, not remembering very much of her past. The few things she did remember though is she remembered that she was part of a research team that was doing something on Great Bear Island. She doesn't even remember what. And so she's very curious about what she was doing. The other couple things she remembered, though, is if things went egg-shaped or pear-shaped, she needed to get to Desolation Point with a flare gun and fire it off from the Desolation Point lighthouse to signal that she needed an evac or a pickup or a dust-off, whatever you want to call it. And that to get that, to make that happen, she then also needed to get to Forsaken Airfield and bring along with her at least 50 liters of fluid so that there would be enough fuel for the chopper to get back to the mainland after it picked her up. And so she's doing that. We're trying to find some flare shells right now, because we have a flare gun, but we have no flare shells. And we're gathering fuel as we go as well, scouring the island for fuel. And in addition to that, we found this transceiver that is leading us to caches that we think are going to give us clues or answers, hopefully, to what exactly happened on the island and who we are. So that's our little story that we're playing with. Who am I? Why am I in Canada? Can my claws open cans? Oh, that'd be awesome if yes, yes, Wolverine's claws can definitely open cans. And we've already got moose stomped once too, which was totally loads of fun. Now the cool news also, boys and girls, just to let you know, if you haven't caught it yet, we were doing the Hunted for 100 Days challenge, and we finally completed that the other day. Spoilers. And that will be going up on YouTube later tonight. This next week, we're going to start the As the Dead Sleep a challenge, which is way harder than the Hunted for 100 Days, in my opinion. We aren't going to be hunted by a bear, but we have to live 100 days in As the Dead Sleep with no health regen, no birch bark tea, and the only way we can get health back is from stims. So that's going to be interesting. Wow, I think we actually found our first pair of wool socks. They're at 60%. Wow, we actually found a pair of wool freaking socks. That is nuts. That's our first pair, too. Gotta be careful. This is where the wolf got us in day 473. Hey. Get out of here, son. There are no strings on me. But thank you again, Steve C, for the $10 super chat. I do appreciate that very much. Very, very kind of you. And thank you to all the members here on YouTube as well. I'd like to take a special moment and thank them all for becoming members on YouTube. There is the join button down below. Along with that join button, you get access to our unique emotes. Here on YouTube, you get access to our some of the exclusive content and some early access content. Right now I'm doing a series of Witcher 3 playthrough. I'll be doing some other series going forward, but right now I'm doing the Witcher 3 playthrough. And pretty much every weekday there's a video, new video of Witcher 3 coming out that you can enjoy. It is slowly but surely being released to the general public as well, but just for example, I think there's maybe 20 episodes out there for the public to see. And we're up to episode, I think, over 70 for the YouTube members. So, so there's quite a disparity between what the YouTube members and the general public are have access to at this point. So, if you ever thought about it, want to become a YouTube member down there, that's great. That supports the channel. It's only $3 for a basic YouTube membership. There's 3 different levels. But it's $3 for the basic membership. Thank you again, everybody who's a member. Appreciate that very much as well. We also, in addition, I mean, I know I'm just like talking stuff, but we're being sponsored by CSR Racing, CSR2 Racing right now. It's a downloadable mobile game that you can play, have fun with. Link is down below in the description. And that is going through Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Wednesday or Thursday? It's going through Wednesday, May 24th. So if you're watching this after May 24th, it's already said and done. But up to May 24th, it'll be going on. And if you click that link, download the game and at least get to level 2, which takes like 10 minutes to get to level 2. And join a crew, which is basically like a guild or whatever. It'll count towards the goal. So thank you again to everybody who's helped out with that. Y'alls are awesome. I appreciate all the support. This full-time streaming thing has been a interesting ride, and I'm constantly adjusting and shifting and trying to find new ways to monetize the streams and make sure that I have enough money to, keep the lights on and pay my bills and keep a roof over my head. But it's all been worth it. It has all honestly been worth it because it's been just a lot of fun, and it's been a lot of work, but it's been very rewarding as well. So thank you, everybody. There's my plugs for the day. I just plugged like everything. So, and we'll be on Twitch later this afternoon. We'll play a little CSR2 over there this afternoon, and then we're gonna play some 7 Days to Die and some Dyson Sphere over there as well this afternoon. So we got a lot of fun stuff going on Twitch later on today. And so it's gonna be a fun-filled day today. And then tomorrow we'll be back here in the morning on YouTube. I'm gonna hopefully have a lot better sleep. I slept like crap last night. That's why I'm a little late today. But hopefully I'll be getting better sleep tomorrow or tonight. And I'll be back here on YouTube 8 o'clock in the morning, 11 Eastern. Today we're starting a little late, but like I said, hopefully I'll be on time tomorrow. We'll be here with that, and then I got Escape the Pacific tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow night a very special edition of Gameslift and Atheenon streaming night, where Gameslift and I will be driving some truck in American Truck Sim. We'll be doing a little truck driving. It's gonna be a yeehaw good time. I got my... Oh no, where'd my hat go? I was gonna say I got my Coors hat ready, my Coors trucker hat, all ready to go. I don't know where it's at. It was supposed to be behind me, but it's disappeared. But I got my Coors trucker hat. We're gonna be driving some big rigs, getting out on the open road, and doing our thing. It's gonna be fun. Well, thanks, Steve. It's been an interesting ride, man. It's been an interesting ride. God, I've been doing this now since 2016. Can you believe that? Okay. I'm playing a game called Escape Mom's Family tomorrow. Let me know how that works out for you, Zylock. Do you expect a lot of total death kills? A lot of TDKs. You're gonna get ganked a lot in that. I mean, I know it's a hard raid. I know Escape Mom's Family is a hard raid. What do you think the percentage of death is? It 33.33 repeating, of course. The plugging. Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm pretty good at the plugging. I've gotten better. The thing that I've learned, Steve, is I just got to be shameless about it. I don't like selling, I guess. I've never been like a salesman. I've done that before and I hated it. But I realized being a full-time streamer, I need to kind of put stuff out there, make people aware that they can, subscribe and that they can, play the game and help out the stream that way, that sort of stuff. I just I've never been a person who wants to come to people with hat in hand saying, hey, can you subscribe? Can you help out? I've never, that's always makes me feel super uncomfortable. But I just have to get over that. I have to realize this is my business now. This is my job. And I need to, I'm not gonna tell people, hey, you have to subscribe or otherwise you're scum or anything like that. Because I know some people do that. But, I have to put the options out there for people because the thing I have to realize is a lot of people may not know those things are out there. They may not realize that they can become a member of my channel for only $3 a month and support the channel that way. They may not know that I have a sponsorship going where they could help out by, playing a video game for a minute, a few minutes or an hour and help out the channel that way. They may not know those things, and so it's good to put them out there so that people are aware of them. And if they choose to do it, great. If they don't, it's no big deal. They may not know it. They may not know about super chats. And I've watched a bunch of YouTube, so I'm very familiar with the super chat system. But they may not know about super chats or how they help out streamers. That sort of stuff. So But you do not do it in a way that is off-putting or pushy. Well, it's not. I'm not saying that I do Red 5. I'm just saying that that's how I feel. That's how it makes me feel. It makes me feel weird, you know. Ah, Steve.
No power in the verse can stop me.
Steve, thank you for that. Thank you for the. Thank you for becoming a member of the Wolf Pack. Oh. Shut up and take my money. But see, that's the thing, Red 5, is that it's not that I think I come off as pushy with it. It's just I know sometimes people take it the wrong way, you know. And it makes me feel weird doing it. You get that? It just kind of makes me feel weird to do it. So, but I've slowly started to get over that. I'll never get over it to the point where I'm like, hey man, you should sub up to my channel. It's a line you walk as a content creator between being grateful and gracious for the support you receive and still needing to let people know that, hey, these options are available if you want to support the channel. I super appreciate it. We need your support to keep things going and to keep streams and live events and videos coming to you. You know, that's the sort of the way that you gotta approach it. And that for me has always been hard to grasp in my brain. Because in my brain, it's akin to me going, dudes, I really need your money. I mean, that's how it is in my brain. And I know that's old-fashioned of me because that's not the reality of the landscape, but that's the part I had to get over. That's the part I have to like stop beating myself up for is I'm not going, hey guys, I really need your money, please help me out. You know, it's not me doing that. It's saying, hey, you know, this is my job now. You know, I appreciate all your support. I'm truly funded and kept going by all of you, and if you want to see the content keep going, any support you can give is great. You know, that's just sort of it's a paradigm shift. You have to just shift the way you look at it. And I know for some people that's just like that's how they always have looked at it. They're like, well, that's how I've always looked at it. But for me, that's not how I've always looked at it. And I think I'm starting to look at it more that way just because now this is my full-time job. This is no longer a secondary income that, hey, I can buy a few video games and maybe upgrade my equipment because I get a little money off of Twitch and YouTube. You know, it's no longer that sort of thing. This is now I gotta pay my bills. I gotta get my rent paid, my internet, my car insurance, car payment, you know, electricity bill, get some food in my fridge, and it's all dependent on this. But I will be pulling back a little bit in July because I need to get a secondary sort of side hustle going with my DoorDash and stuff come June. So I'm going to be doing that in June and getting that going on. Potbelly stove. Should I make a fire here? How's my wood supply looking? Ooh, I got lots of sticks. Okay, let's make a fire here. Let's do it. As the Emperor would say.
Do it.
That's what he would say. He just wanted us to do it. I have a book here, don't I? There we go. I already read that book. It's awesome. Now, I will say the sponsorships have been going great. And for everybody who's helped out with the sponsorships, thank you so very much. I mean, it's a great way to help the stream. It doesn't cost you a cent to do it. It costs you a little bit of time. And that's it. It costs you a little bit of time, and that does it. And it's a great help to the stream because if I hit those goals, they afford me a payout for hitting certain goals, and so the more people that do it. Oh God, I played it after I got off stream last night. Red 5. I was like, why? Did you? Have you got to the point, Red 5, where you're now restoring the Ferrari? Because I got to the point where I'm like restoring a Ferrari now.
Something, dark side. Do it. It's something, dark side. Oh, yes.
But yeah, you get to actually restore a Ferrari. It's pretty cool. I actually want to sleep for like an hour. What time of day is it? Okay. I'm probably going to do this and wake up and it's going to be a blizzard, but, you know. Oh, of course I do the torch trick. Always. The torch trick is what I always do the torch trick. You have to do the torch trick, my friend. Okay, so we got a big decision to make. We can go up to the cabin that's up there, which I'm almost tempted to do. There's a cabin right up there that we could get to, but we have to go down and then come back. Oh man, I sort of want to do it. But yeah, the restoring of the car is pretty neat. I'm having fun with that. I'm gonna play a little bit more of the game today after we get done with this. After we get done here on YouTube, I'm gonna play probably 30 minutes or so. I'm gonna start up 7 Days to Die, and then I'm gonna play that after 7 Days to Die between that and Dyson Sphere program. So. But yes, you can download CSR2 Racing on mobile, and all you have to do is join a crew. It takes you like 10 minutes. It literally takes you like 10-15 minutes to download it, play to level 2. You get offered that you can join a crew, and that fulfills the first part of the goal. And if you want to quit after that, great. I mean, you know, you've helped out. Hey, General Mom, how you doing? Hello, hello. Now, if you like the game as much as I've kind of liked the game, because it's fun to upgrade your car and stuff like that, you can keep playing it. And if you get to level 7, you can do what's called live races, where you can actually race against actual people, which is kind of fun. And if you race against 5 of them successfully, you get to fulfill the second part of our goal, which is cool as well. But good morning, General Mom. How are you today? How's it going? Oh, my allergies have been kicking my butt too. My allergies have been kicking my arse, General Mom. It's not been good. My head's all stuffed up, and I'm even taking my allergy medicines. So I know they're bad when I'm even taking my allergy medicines that are still messing me up. We got the moose over there. See the moose right there? Moose right there. We aren't gonna mess with Mr. Moose though. You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. You don't mess with Mr. Old Man Moose. And you don't mess around with Jim. So what you do to get up to this cabin is you climb as far up as you can into this little ravine here. You go all the way. You can't go all the way to the top, can you? Nah, you can't. Okay, I didn't think so. Yes, nice wide berth for Mr. Cranky Moose. I know. But we're gonna go up to the cabin above the fishing hut. I'm pretty sure I'm high enough up for it at this point. I think I am. Doesn't matter. That's okay. We don't need our wrist right now. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. It's going to be fine, boys and girls. It's gonna be fine. don't need that wrist either. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We're good. It's gonna be fine. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? No. Oh, okay, good. I was like, oh no, I missed out on my opportunity. Come on, get us up there, yeah! All right, we did it, first try. Woo! Let's go, baby. Oh man. Oh jeez, I just gotta breathe. Oh man. Gotta breathe right now. Holy schmackerels. Oh, this is the cave that's right above the, it's right above this dude here. Right above the little fishing cabin down there. Little fishing hut. I'm gonna go around to the other side real quick. Check out the coal bin. Search the backpack. Snap, crackle, pop. Poor Astrid. No, Astrid gets no... There's no poor Astrids, General Mom. No poor Astrids. Astrid can suck it up. And we will go hang the rope over here so we don't have to do that stupid run again. This gives us the option of going down. Oh, shushabai, Astrid. You aren't even cold yet. You aren't even hypothermic yet. Shh. Astrid just loves to complain, doesn't she? She's not even cold. She's going, oh, it's so cold. Oh. It's not really that cold, Astrid. You're fine. It's actually, honestly, it's a pretty warm day out. Pretty warm frickin' day. I mean, relatively warm. Let's put it that way. Relatively, it's warm. There's a box of matches. Oops. A little bit of wood. A book that we don't need. A little bit of food. Somebody's soda. Okay, nice. Well, that's good. That's some good stuff.
Carry this load for much longer.
We have cooking 5. We have cooking 5. Yes, I do push her pretty hard. So I will admit that. I do push Astrid pretty hard, so. I push Will hard though too. It has nothing to do with it being Astrid. I push Will hard too. I'm like, Will, dude, you gotta just suck it up, Buttercup. I can't be forever just like holding your hand here, man. Okay, so we are a little bit heavy. It's probably because we're carrying 48 sticks, which, you know, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Cooking 6, wolves just throw themselves. Yes, cooking 6, the wolves just throw themselves at you. The wolves are just like, here, eat me. The bear cooks himself on the fire for you. It looks like there was a stair up here at one point, doesn't it? Like there was probably like stairs or something that went up to that. Really? That's our 3rd sprain now. Yeah, or a ladder or something. Yeah, there was something. I mean, either way, there was something that went up to that cabin at one point. That's what it seems like to me. And the main reason I wanted to come back down here, and I think we still have a fire going here, but I may be completely wrong about that.
Need some first aid soon.
We do have a fire still going here. Well, hello, Mr. Fire. How are you doing? Oh, let's just be realistic. We're gonna sleep out here tonight. Wow, look at all the sprains we have. Holy crap. See where our clothing's at. Okay, so we can rip those apart. Oh, that's painful. That is truly, truly painful. I already have... Oh, I got the hockey jersey too. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that hockey jersey right there. Look at that hockey jersey right there. Astrid sporting the hockey jersey, looking all fancy schmancy pants. We don't need another thin wool sweater. We found everything but the aviator jacket now. We did find the aviator hat, and we found the hockey jersey, so... So we aren't even using the rabbit skin hat, which saves on rabbit skins for sure. Sharpen up our 2 ales. Got stuck in a blizzard in that fishing hut once. 2 pieces of coal, 12 sticks somehow lasted me 7 hours. Oh yeah, well, I mean, there's two factors on every fire and how long it'll last. Well, there's several factors on every fire and how long it'll last. One of the factors is what your fire making skill is. Actually, that's 3 factors. Your fire making skill, it being an outdoor fire, and the temperature. That's outdoors. So the colder it is outdoors, the longer the fire is going to last. The higher your skill is, the longer the fire is going to last. It being an outdoor fire makes it last even longer just off the get-go. So there's like so many factors that play into having an outdoor fire in a blizzard, in a spot where it's really cold. And it'll just, your fire will just like last an immense amount of time. Way longer than you would ever think it would. Like this fire here, this 10-hour fire, this 10-hour fire will probably last 20 hours out here. It's probably gonna last twice as long as it says on there, would be my guess. I think we have fire making, yeah, we have fire starting 4, so we have fires lasting 25% longer just because of our fire making skills. So the 10-hour fire is gonna last 12 and a half hours just based on that. And to add more time on for being outdoor fire, and now we're talking about probably a 15 to 18-hour fire. Plus, if it gets really cold, it could even last longer. In this run, have you done all the blue bunker stuff or we're still working on it? We have got all of the bunkers except for the final one in Forsaken Airfield. But before we go back there, we're finding ourselves our technical backpack. We're gonna get some flare shells, gather some fuel up. We got a bunch of stuff left to do. But we have found them all in Pleasant Valley, Hush River Valley, and Bleak Inlet. We've got them all squared away. We got all the transmitters repaired, and now we just need to head back to Forsaken Airfield. So I don't even know what we're gonna get in our final, when we get back there, I have no idea what we're gonna actually find. It should be interesting. I don't know what the final reward is going to be, because in the regular one, you get the that new face covering ski hoodie thing. The ski all I can think of is whatever it's called. It's a technical something or another. And I can't think of the name of it now. It's slipping my brain. Somebody. The clava, yes, the clava. A balaclava. Yes, that's it. The clava. It's the claw. All right, let's drink some water and get some sleep. Okay. Sorry, I had a message come through there I needed to look at real quick.
Okay, so I combine the...
Sorry about that, everybody. The technical baller claw machine, yes. The technical baller claw machine. Okay. Well, it's the middle of the night now, so that's fabulous. How long till we have till night? Oh, we got still 6 hours on the fire, so that's pretty good. And we got food and water on us. I guess I could do a little bit more water here. As long as you have fuel, this is a great place to be. Oh, jeez. Scared the crap out of me. Another racer just joined the crew. Wow, we're only one racer away from having that first goal fulfilled. The second goal is like another 29 people, so I doubt we're ever going to get that. If we can get that first goal, though, that would be awesome. If we can get 4 more people to get to level 7 and get 5 live races, that would be it. I would call it a success there. So, Rev, no, it's not a normal long dark sound. I know, it scared the crap out of me. You know what we can do while we're here? I know, it's weird, it's wacky. I know.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh my god, is Atheenon fishing?
Yeah, Athenon's fishing. What do you think about that, suckers? Hey, everybody, it's Billy the Smallmouth Bass, and I'm here to say thanks for coming by today. We really appreciate you. Aww.
What a nice bass.
Hey guys, I don't know what Athenon's been telling you, but he's not very nice. He catches us fish, and then he boils us up, and he just gets lantern fuel from us. That's all he wants. That's all he wants. Gosh dang it. Euphoria, yeah, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? Could you possibly tell Atheenon to stop catching us fish and just let us go? Let us go back to our families. We have families down in the water, and he just doesn't care about us at all.
Nope, I don't. I need the oil. Sorry, buddy.
Looks like a new day is dawning.
That's what you get, Athenion. You get a blizzard. Blizzard time. It's a blizzard for Mr. Athenion. Take that, sucker.
Wow.
It's getting too heavy to carry.
Wow. Wow. Well, at least we got some more fuel still. Now this fire will last for a while. What? Another person just did it as well. Gosh, dang it, look at that. So we hit our goal of 13 people joining a crew. That is freaking awesome. I think the next goal is like 29 or something like that. I don't think that's gonna happen, but oh my gosh, thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, it's another 29 people on top. So we'd have to get to 42 people, which is gonna be crazy. But we hit the first goal, which is awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. You alls are awesome. Nothing fishy about that whatsoever. Oh, the blizzard? Oh, there's always something fishy about it. You just joined a cruise, so it was probably me on the last one. Yeah, it probably was. Honestly, it probably was. All right, let's. So, how much lantern oil did we get out of that?
This much gear.
Yeah, we got 0.16. I mean, hey, that's pretty good. This is the best you can do. The best a man can get is the lantern oil. Is the lantern oil from the coho salmon in Coastal Highway. Coho salmon. I mean, I could cook maybe 2 coho salmon and get more oil out of 2 coho salmon than we just got. Just out of 2 coho salmon. So coho salmon are generally the best. Well, thank you, Crispy. I appreciate that very much, my friend. Thank you so much. We only need, well, we now need like 29 more to hit the next goal, which is going to be tough. But, you know, I've been surprised before. I mean, we've only been doing the sponsorship officially for a day. This is our second day. And we have till Wednesday, like noon on Wednesday Pacific time, which is like 3 Eastern, to get another 29 people. So it could happen. It could happen. It literally, how long did it take you, Chris? Just out of curiosity, how long did it take you to get to, I just heard the moose. How long did it take you to get to the point where you could just join a crew? I'm just curious, because when I did it, it took me like 10, 15 minutes. I mean, I just got on, played a couple demo races, then it was like, here, join a crew. Yeah, about 15 minutes, just under. Yeah, it doesn't take that long. So it's not like it's going to take you hours to do it or anything. It's literally like 15 minutes a time. And if you can get the crew, that's great. We got now 29 to go. 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, it's just the tutorial stuff. It's just a bunch of tutorial stuff. And honestly, I've been enjoying the heck out of racing people. It's fun, it's fun tuning my car up and making it a little better than it was before. It's been kind of fun. Yeah, you know, and the thing is, Steven, if you wanted to quit now, I wouldn't blame you at all. I mean, it's totally cool, man. It's totally cool. I mean, we got the crew thing squared away. We got the crew thing squared away. We hit our first goal on the crew. We're gonna get compensated for that. We hit our first goal on the people getting live races. We're gonna get that. Now, if we could get another 4 people on the live races, that would be great. But you have to get to level 7 for that, and that does take a little bit of time. That takes about an hour to an hour and a half to get done. That's how long it took me to get to level 7. So. Euphoria, I'm doing great now. I was a little I'm gonna admit, I was a little tired when I woke up this morning. I didn't sleep very well last night. My allergies have been kicking in big time. You can hear it in my voice. I'm sniffling. You can hear my voice and it's not going real good, but what were you saying? You get something? Yeah, if we hit 9 total people getting the 5 live race thing, if we hit 9, that's the next sort of payout level that they have set for me. Of course, there's one after that as well, but if we hit 9, and all we need is 4 more people to hit level 7. If you get to level 7, you can participate in their live races where you actually race against other people. The payouts are pretty good for it, and if we get 4 more people to do that, that'll get us our second goal. That'll get us our second goal there. So, good Lord, look at the wolves. Look at the wolves. Hello, Mr. Wolfie. Goodbye, Mr. Wolfie. Oh yeah! I took him out stealth ninja style! Where'd my other arrow go? Wow, that one went way far. I took him out Assassin's Creed style, man. Whoa, let's go. Let's go. We have till Wednesday. We have till next Wednesday, Steve. We have till next Wednesday. This next Wednesday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I was wrong. It's actually 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so we got a while. We got a while. Yeah. Well, the nice thing is, General Mom, I have Archery 5. Archery 5 is the ultimate because you can crouch and sneak around, and you can just go ninja style on them. You can crouch right up to them; they'll not see you, and then you can shoot them. You don't even have to stand up. You can just shoot them from being crouched, and they're like, that's what they do. They oh yeah, it'll pass. It'll pass. Well, Janelle, I'm sorry I'm in Ash Canyon. It was a decision I made because I needed to come here and get the technical backpack. Really? I wanted two. I wanted the double trouble, man. I wanted the double trouble, baby. I missed on the second one. See, I missed two. I miss as often as I hit. I tell you, well, we'll be doing 7 Days to Die later this afternoon over on the Twitch side. After we get done here in about 2 hours, we're going to be going over to Twitch. We're going to be playing some 7 Days to Die. We're going to switch over and play a little bit of CSR2 Racing after that, and then doing some Dyson Sphere tonight. Well, our Dyson Sphere is coming along beautifully. Beautifully. It's a massive sphere. It's a massive, massive sphere, but it is coming along really nice. But yeah, so we'll be doing a little 7 Days to Die over on the Twitch side later this afternoon. And then when Alpha 21 comes out, I am going to be part of the Alpha 21 weekend. I just got confirmation of that the other day, and I'm so stoked for it. It's going to be freaking awesome. I have played Red Dead Redemption 2. Yes, I love it. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a gorgeous freaking game. Oh my god, and the hunting in Red Dead Redemption 2 is so amazing. Especially when you get them 3-star cougars, baby. I am all about the 3-star cougars. If that's the cougar that you take home to mama. Not the cougar that you get at, 2 in the morning when you're going, she looks like a 3-star, but she's really a 1-star cougar, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. You've been there. You've been there. You've been there. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I played Red Dead Redemption 2. It's really fun. I haven't played it in a while. I played all the way through it once. I started playing it again, and honestly, Red Dead is you've only got 2 stars so far. Red Dead 2, unfortunately, once you've played it through one time, especially if you fall in love with Arthur. Spoilers, by the way. If you haven't played through it, you might want to stop listening right now. Spoilers. I'm just gonna say spoilers. Okay, turn your volume off. Turn your volume off. So once you've played through it one time and you fall in love with Arthur, you really don't want to leave like chapter 3. Because after chapter 3, everything goes pear-shaped. And you're like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna live in chapter 3 forever. Maybe chapter 4, but chapter 3 for sure. Chapter 2 and 3 are the best. So yeah. I tried playing it again, and my heart just wasn't in it. I couldn't get my heart into it. It started making me sad. I was like, oh man. Because you have to understand too, I never played Red Dead 1. So I have no attachment to John Marston. I don't care about him. I literally do not give two craps about Marston. He was just, it was annoying I was annoyed that I had to play as him in the second part of the game. Again, we're still on spoilers, so just let you know. Yeah, I was annoyed that Marston was even involved. You know, honestly, for me, Steve, some of the funnest parts of Red Dead 2 was to go up in the mountains and just camp out and hunt moose and face the wolves and stuff. That was like the funnest part of the game for me. Just to go up north and like hang around up there and discover everything and explore every nook and cranny. And that was the funnest part for me. I love doing that. Oh, Red Dead 2 is a beautiful game. Red Dead 2 is a beautiful game. And honestly, it's super cheap anymore. Because they tried to make the sad thing is that Red Dead is put out by Rockstar. And Rockstar doesn't give a crap about any game other than GTA 5, because that's where they make all their money. So unfortunately, I mean, if Red Dead 2 was owned by any other company, they would have put out at least 2 to 5 DLCs for it already. They would be constantly adding new content to it. You know, but it's owned by Rockstar, so they're stupid. They're not going to put any DLCs out for it. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is $60 right now, but it goes on sale pretty regularly for like $15. Well, the nice thing is, though, Steve C, you could choose not to do the slow-mo. Problem with a lot of devs, they're stupid. Oh yeah, I mean they're dumb. They should have come out with a they should have come out with a they should have come out with a bunch of expansions for that game. There's so much they could have done with that game, and they just chose not to. I mean, you can play that game, Xylock, without like, you know, slowing down time if you want to. I mean, it's just an option that helps you do combat better. But I mean, in theory, you could go through that entire game and never ever slow down time if you wanted to. I'm gonna run this stuff over here real quick, and then I'm gonna come back and get my stuff. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, you love a game where a chaw of tobacco or whiskey. Don't forget, whiskey helps you too. You can drink some whiskey and you can slow down time. See, I personally like using the Deadeye. I like using the Deadeye thing. I think it's fun. I just enjoy using it. I mean, but when you're hunting, you always want to cheat. Oh yeah, especially when a cougar is attacking you. Is Hinterland coming out with any other games? They are actually currently working on a new project. Yes, they are currently working on a brand new project. No release date or anything. No release date or anything. But they are actually working on a brand new project. Although, if you read the May, they just came out. I think was it yesterday or day before yesterday? They just came out with a new dev diary because they've been running into problems. Basically, the summary of the new dev diary is they are going to fulfill all the promises they made for. They're going to give you all the stuff that they promised in Tales from the Far Territory. It's not all going to be delivered in this year, though. That was the long and short of it. Raph is very sorry that they're not going to be able to do that. They've got themselves kind of in a bind as far as like,
Not sure I can carry much more.
you know, figuring out problems and trying to get, you know, stuff figured out and troubleshoot other things at the same time. And they're very sorry about that. But I sort of knew that that's the position they were in. I've been saying that for months. That they're in over their head. But honestly, the way I look at it is this is a good learning experience for them, because I think they're going to learn from this, and they're going to be able to go forward from this and know how to do it better next time. And so far, Hinterland is not one of those companies that's going to take my money and just be like, well, we're sorry, we can't give you what we promised. You're just going to have to live with it. They may be a little late. They may not give it to me exactly when I want it, but I know I'm going to get it from them eventually. Oh yeah, I think a 1-year plan was a little ambitious. Unless they had a lot of it in the can already, Zylock. I could see if they had spent a year developing everything and all they had to do was release it and, you know, do some fine tuning on it, but they're actually actively working on the project. And so I thought it was a little ambitious for them. Yeah, but yeah, and it would have been ambitious if it was just on PC. And it's on console, it's on Switch and everything else. I had a feeling they were in over their head. Just based on what they've released so far and how they released it and how they were able to do it. And so yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't think they're gonna disappear tomorrow, take my money and run, so to speak. I'm gonna get what I paid for. It just might take a little bit longer, but I'm patient. I'm patient. They are working on it. Well, they have a separate project that a separate team is working on, yes. Raph is actually, in this latest dev diary, he said he's going to step back from working on that at the moment and come and help out the Long Dark team get some stuff done. So, which I think is a good idea. I think that's probably a good idea at this point. Because, I mean, as much as I want their next project, they need to take care of their current project and get it back on track, you know, before they go full bore on their next project, you know. Well, see, that's the thing, is that the base game has gotten free updates as well. There's updates to the base game. There's updates to the base game even got updates. Without even paying for anything, there's updates in the base game. Oh god, if Rockstar cared about Red Dead like Hinterland cares about Long Dark, Red Dead Redemption 2 would be the greatest game ever. If they even cared half as much as Hinterland cares about Long Dark, Red Dead would be the greatest game ever. I mean, it would blow my mind. It would absolutely. Oh wow, we finally found a red toolbox. That is awesome. I'll leave that right here. Living in a cardboard box. I'm gonna take that. No, I didn't want to throw my torch in there. I want to grab the spray paint and put it up there. There we go. Sometimes there's a book of matches. Yep, right there. Excellent. This zone is replete with matches. If you're ever short on matches, come to this zone. You're gonna get a lot of matches. And we even got another pry bar. What do you know? Yeah, I wish Rockstar cared as much about their game as I wish they cared half as much as Hinterland cares about their game. I would be happy with half. I'd be happy with a quarter. I'd be happy with them caring at all about their game. Having a hard time finding a hacksaw. Found 2 hammers, but no hacksaw in the regions. You know, hacksaws, they aren't scarce. The problem with them, Patrick, is they hide them now. They are hidden so much. Like in Mystery Lake, they'll put one in Trapper's Cabin. It's right as you come in the door, and it's like down behind the chair. So you literally have to like look behind the chair to see if it's there. In Timberwolf Mountain, it's in the Mountaineer's hut, but it's up on the windowsill, so it's virtually invisible unless you're specifically looking right at it. They have hid the pry bars so well in the game now that they're there, but you have to look for them. Also in Carter Hydro Dam, you know where the crafting table is inside the dam? If you over to the right, there is a couple of boxes in the corner. They've put the hacksaw like behind the boxes. You have to literally look behind the box to find the hacksaw. Sometimes I've even had to break the box down just to get the hacksaw. So yeah, they've made them a lot harder to find. They're there. They're just a lot harder to find now because they've made them harder to find. So I'd say keep looking around. They're probably there. I had people point out that I walked right by hacksaws. They're like, dude, do you not want that hacksaw? I'm like, hacksaw? I didn't see a hacksaw anywhere. And I walked right by it. Just literally walked right by it. I am gonna repair that. I have a question, and I know this is a spoiler question, but I don't really give a crap. Does anybody know where the cache is in this zone? Like the abandoned prepper cache? Does anybody know where that's at in Ash Canyon? And if you don't want to see, don't look at chat if somebody says. But I am just curious because I've never been here, and I don't really have the. I guess I could look around if I really wanted to. But does anybody know where it is? You can just say yes or no. You don't have to tell me even. Just say yes or no. It's in the snow.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Do you think it's possible to not find a rifle on Mystery Lake on Stalker? Yes. But if you go to Winding River, you're guaranteed to get one. Because the variant rifle is in Winding River. So if you haven't found one there, go to Winding River, you'll find it. How you doing, BK? How's it going, buddy? How are you today, my friend? I hope you're doing well. But it is in the snow? Okay, good. Good. I'm glad it's in the snow. You're not here? Okay, you're not here. No, there's nobody here. No. There's nobody here. Uh-oh. 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 Vroom, 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 vroom. Another racer just joined a crew. And you can join any crew you want. We got 14. 14. Nice. Thank you so much for joining a crew there, buddy. Appreciate that. I haven't looked for the cache in this region, but I'm betting it's on the other side of the one-way path up the magic cave that isn't a cave. You know where I bet it is? You know where I bet it is? You know when you're coming down, you have the moose, and then you have that cave up there. And then as you're coming down towards Timberwolf Mountain, not over here on this side, there's that path that goes up and around. I bet it's over there. And there's so many places it could be. There's so many places it could be. I'm gonna look around. We are going to find it in the zone. You completed the tutorial on iOS and well, that's it. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Well, thank you for hitting level 3 there.
Let's keep that between. We'll keep that between us. Don't worry about it. Oh, this is the ASMR part of the stream. We're gonna talk about potato chips and how they crunch. Oh, let's eat the potato chips. Yum, yum, yum. Oh yeah.
That's what Red 5 was waiting for. Red 5 was waiting for the ASMR part. I had to give Red 5 his ASMR for a moment, so. Usually I'm loud and obnoxious. Red 5 was like, where's my ASMR, man? That's what I come here for. I come here for the Atheenon ASMR. I know, Red 5. That's what you come here for. You come here for the... That's what you come here for, baby. I try to deliver on what you want. Yeah, the clearing where you can find the birthmark as big as the car. That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking as well, my friend. Come here to listen to me crack open. Well, I've already cracked open my soda. By the way, if you didn't know it, there is a fire barrel just out here in the middle of the snow. You can make a fire here, build a snow shelter right next to it, and you can sleep out here all night long if you start to get cabin fever or something. Oh! Murderfish, 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 murderfish. This is our Get to the Chopper challenge, BK. Thoughts on movement penalty? I'm at like half, and I'm thinking I don't even care about the extra 15% for bear code or whatever. Yeah, especially on Interloper, Steve C. It's all about warmth. It's all about warmth. You want as much warmth as you possibly can. As much warmth as you possibly can. And honestly, you can never honestly be warm enough. There's a very short window. There's a very short window at the end of the day where you could possibly be at like -1 or -2, so you're not too cold. But you can never. Well, especially now that bear coats only take 1 bear hide to make. I actually usually make 2 if I have the option. Murderfish is good for you. Calcium in those brittle bones. Yeah, exactly. So this one, BK, is the one where we are. We're trying to get a flare gun and shell, take it to Desolation Point and fire off a shot at the lighthouse, then get 50 liters of fluid over to Forsaken Airfield to get rescued. And we're also doing the Signal Void quest because we're trying to figure out what's going on the island and who we might be, because we don't have very good memory of who we are. We can't quite remember who we are. So that's what we're doing. Cattails. Cattails. So right now, though, our short-term goal is we're going to get here to Ash Canyon. We're going to go get our technical backpack. And we're also trying to find out who shot JR. Yes. Well, that was already solved. You know, that was already, Dallas already took care of that for us. So I don't need to figure out who shot JR. I know who did it. CSR is a fun little game if you're into cars or racing. Only have to play for 15 minutes or so to complete the requirement. Yeah, to complete that first requirement up there, boys and girls, to join a crew, takes like 10-15 minutes. Now, the second goal is a little bit more. It takes about an hour and a half of gameplay before you'll reach that second goal. Because you have to hit level 7 before you can unlock the live racing. Now, the live racing I find to be very fun. I thought it was actually pretty fun to go smack down some other people with it. But, yeah, but that goal there, we only need 4 more people. We've already had 14 join a crew. We only need 4 more people. We've had 5 get to 5 live races. We only need 4 more to get to level 7 and get 5 live races in. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna back off. I hate uneven ground. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is good. This is good. Okay. Wait a second. Wait a second. Why can't? Oh, jeez, I got the bug where my bow wasn't gonna fire. That would have been awkward. Whoa! Whoa, Mr. Tricksky Wolf. Oh, he was bobbing and weaving. He was bobbing and weaving there. Bobbing and weaving, baby. Oh yeah, he hit our clothing. Yep, he hit the clothing. Did he hit our bedroll? No, he did not. Wow, he did smack the clothing a little bit, little bastard. Yeah, I hate this area. This area has so many, like, unseen obstacles in it that it makes the wolves bounce all over the place, which is really freaking annoying. Really freaking annoying. But it is what it is. Really? Seriously? Good freaking lord. Get out of here, son. Good lord! I got hit again! Come on! Jesus freaking Christ. Oh my freaking god. I hate these freaking wolves here. Wow. That guy was a total health wolf too. They're not bleeding me at all though. Get out of here, you stupid freaking wolf. Dumbass wolf. Like I said, I hate this area right here because there's always like 4 or 5 wolves and they Jesus freaking Christ. Are you effing kidding me? I don't even know where this guy is. Oh, he's right there. This one could do us in, boys and girls. This one could do us in right here. Or not. Sit down, son. Wow. Jesus criminy. That's 4 wolves that were right there. 4. 4 freaking wolves. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, we're just going full on now. That's why I keep my stims. That's why you have stims around. Get you a little bit of health back. We'll drink a couple teas. We'll get our health back. That second wolf actually didn't hurt our clothing that much. He was a total health wolf. My clothing got hit by that first wolf who kind of hit my clothing and my stuff, but you notice my clothing really didn't go down much more on that second wolf. The second wolf did not really hit the clothing that hard at all. We'll drink this tea, and we should have some birch bark that we can drink as well. Yeah, we'll drink a birch bark tea too. Once the stim wears off, we'll just lay down and take a nappity boo. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Lurking to say those are literally the least surprising wolves on Great Bear Island. Oh, I know they're there. I know they're there. There's the pain in the ass. The pain in the ass all the time. Sometimes I handle them really easily. Sometimes they gang up on me and gank me like that. It's like, oh, it's never a sure thing with those wolves. I guess that's I think the thing about them. It's never like, oh, I know how to handle these guys, because sometimes they're predictable, other times not so much. You want to see something really cool?
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Check this out. You know how when you go through water, usually your light source goes out? Not with the marine flare, baby.
It's so cold.
Marine flares keep you going. I never do that until a viewer pointed it out to me. They're like, you know that a marine flare will go through water and it won't go out. I was like, no way. They're like, yes way, Ted. I was like, no way, Bill. They're like, yes way. I was like, cool. Like, dude, that's totally awesome. But hi, Tony, how you doing? Yeah, so far the prepper caches that I've visited. Yeah, that's the only reason I see to use blue flares ever. The only prepper caches I've visited so far are in Hush River Valley, Pleasant Valley, Mystery Lake, or not Pleasant Valley, Hush River Valley, Mystery Lake, Forlorn Muskeg, and what was the other one? There's one other one, Milton, and none of them had anything in them. They were all empty. I mean, an Interloper, a warm place to sleep in a bed is good enough, but all those had nothing in them. There's supposed to be nine total caches scattered throughout the lands, and 3 of them will have some sort of loot in them, but I haven't found any of those yet, so. Maybe one day I will. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, well, I didn't know it, General Mom. I didn't know it either. Like I said, a viewer pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh, really? That's cool. Bill and Ted is the only stoner movie that doesn't have actual drugs in it. Well, I don't even think they were stoners. I think they were just like... Bill and Ted were the... I don't know. Whatchamacallit. Bill and Ted were like the Valley guys of the Valley Girls. I mean, you know, that was just sort of the culture. That wasn't even them being stoners. That was just like, oh, okay, stoner movie, just that style of wacky comedy. I gotcha. See, I didn't even find it to be wacky comedy. I'm the first Bill and Ted movie was freaking awesome. It had George Carlin in it. It had the goat in it. It had George Carlin. I get what you're saying though. It's the classification of that type of movie. Valley Girl is Nicolas Cage's best movie. Valley Girl. Well, the Valley Girl like gagged me with a spoon. Like totally awesome. Like, yeah, like, totally rad. Let's eat these nasty murder fish. Get those out of our system. Eat that and get it out of our system. Alright, let's drop a bunch of weight here. They were kind of like the Wayne's World. Well, I would argue that. Well, let's see. Which one came first? I wonder which one actually came first. Did Wayne's World come first, or did Bill and Ted come first? Because I honestly don't know. I don't know which came first. Oh, I do have an extra one of those. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, Wayne's World was kind of cool. I was never a big Wayne's World fan. I I didn't really like Saturday Night Live. I never liked Saturday Night Live. I found most of the stuff on Saturday Night Live to be kind of mid overall. I mean, there were some funny bits with Saturday Night Live, but most of Saturday Night Live I found to be very mid comedy. It didn't appeal to me. You know, and comedy's very subjective. What appeals to some people doesn't appeal to other people. I find British comedy to be freaking hilarious. You know, Blackadder, Stephen Fry, you know, that sort of stuff. You know, Monty Python. I never found Saturday Night Live to be super hilarious or anything. I get a chuckle out of it every once in a while, but most of the time I was just kind of like, you know, I think Saturday Night Live birthed a lot of big comedians, but, you know, I don't think Saturday Night Live has really been that funny since, like, you know, Eddie Murphy, Chris Farley, those kind of guys. Well, it's especially not funny these days. I've seen some modern day skits with Saturday Night Live for modern audiences, and I'm just like, it's more cringe than anything else. But then again, that's just personal taste. I've always been more of a British humor kind of guy, so yeah. And I know people who hate British humor. My friend, she hates British stuff. She hates the British humor stuff. She doesn't find it funny at all. And I find Rowan Atkinson completely hilarious. Okay, let's drink and eat. They are very similar characters. Yes, they are. Blackadder was brilliant. Blackadder 1 and 2. Blackadder 1 was kind of okay. Blackadder 2, I feel, is where it really hit its stride. And then Blackadder, let's see, was it Blackadder 3 or Blackadder goes 4th? Because I think there's 2 more after that. But the one set in World War I, I think was like the best. I like that one. That was one of my faves. But Blackadder 2 is when it kind of hit its stride, and then Blackadder 3 was brilliant, and Blackadder Goes Forth was really, that was like top shelf stuff. And Baldric, oh god, Baldric, whoever the actor is who played Baldric, oh my god, he was the best. My father was a nun. What do you mean, Baldric? Well, whenever he'd go to unemployment and they'd ask him what his occupation was, he'd say nun. Yeah, Blackadder was absolutely brilliant. The Blackadder Christmas special was really good too. Some of Rowan Atkinson's best stuff ever. Did you ever watch Chris Ferguson's late night show when it was on? See, I never watched late night TV. I never watched Johnny Carson or any of the late night guys. Just was never my I never was into that stuff, and I never really watched it. So I've always found American TV type stuff to be kind of boring, to be honest. That's a bear. Hear that? He's either walking towards me or he's walking away from me. Yep, he's right there. This is a rock he can't get you from. He can't get you up here because you can barely get up here. Oh, he's running way down there. Be hilarious if the bear could fall off the cliff. No! There he goes, way down there. Okay. At least we can come down here. Now this cave, surprisingly, this area is warm. It's like an outdoor cave. You can actually cure guts and hides in here, believe it or not. You can put down these guts, and these will actually cure in here. You could actually lay down a hide in here, and it will cure as well. I think I heard the bear run by. I think we got him, because I think... Yeah, I think we got him. I don't know if we ran up this way and died. I'm so confused. Just you can hear the final glurp. The canyon echo. Brrr. He's still alive. He's still alive. That little bastard's still alive. Wow. I don't know why. Maybe he came up to me in my sleep. It's weird. When you pass time or sleep, the animals sometimes can interrupt you and other times they can't. It's a weird mechanic in the game that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Oh, Mr. Bear. I have my hunting platform here. It's actually warm here. There. I think he's dead now. I think I heard him flop. Yep, he's dead. He's dead now. He's dead. Where was he this whole time? I heard him walking around over here. Yeah, I was playing peekaboo. Peekaboo. Oh, he's right there. I was like, where the heck is he? Look at that. It was a nice neck shot, too. How did that take him so long to bleed out? That is silliness. Where's the rifle spawn? It's in the cave. The rifle spawns in the cave. It's an alternate rifle, but it spawns in the cave in Winding River. So if you're going from the Carter Hydro Dam, you have to go down the path, around, and then off to your left before you go over to the Winding River, the cave that takes you to Pleasant Valley. There's a little cave over to your left-hand side. You can just kind of camp in, and that's where it's at.
That's a good one.
Oh, of course there's a blizzard coming up right now. Of course there is. Because blizzards. Because blizzards. Each one of these weighs a lot, though. 19 kilos per. Because blizzards. What's that? Oh, that's a skull.
I can't feel my hands.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold even in here. Nice thing about it is in here, this is actually protected. Oh, it's actually warm right here. Believe it or not, it's actually warm right there.
All I can think about is food.
I mean, it's only 4 degrees warm, but it's actually warm. You've had the glitch where quartering a bear yields a key with 1 kilo. One bag that weighs 80 kilos. Holy crap. That is a lot. Can't repair any of those. How wet are my clothes? I don't know. Not wet at all. Not wet at all. I am totally dry. Totally, absolutely dry. Like I said, this is a great little cave. It's not that bad here at all. Yeah, there's no other predators around, so pro gamers don't get wet. I thought you were lurking, Tony. I thought you were lurking, Tony. I see you there. I see you. I see you in the chat. Was. Oh, you were oh, okay, I got you. You were lurking, as in past tense lurker. I got it. And thank you, everybody, for coming on by. Remember to like the stream. As well. The likes help. All the likes help. I really appreciate that. How's full-time gaming going? Well, you know, Patrick, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of work. The reality is that at the moment, although it is supporting most of my bills and, you know, rent and all that sort of stuff, it's not quite there yet. I need to push a little bit harder with like the sponsorships and stuff, but I'm going to be starting to do a little more DoorDash and stuff come June, because I'm running I'm hitting that point where I kind of set my goal of, you know, mid-year. I was going to reevaluate. I was going to see where I stood. If I could do it based on just, you know, making enough money from streaming and YouTube and stream loots and sponsorships, I'd keep doing it as hard. But I'm going to have to pull back a little bit in June, do a little less streaming and stuff. But I'm still going to be doing a lot. But I'm just going to need to, you know, refocus my efforts a little bit and get a little bit of DoorDash in because I'm still falling a little bit short. It's nobody's fault or anything, and I'm not sitting here begging for money. I'm just saying, you know, the reality of it is that it's not quite paying my bills. So I have to reevaluate, and it's a constant shifting thing. The reality of it is that most people who stream full time, it's not their only job. They'll have a side gig going on, or a side hustle, or something else that's supplementing their streaming, because it's not something that will support them completely. But that's okay. I'd rather be doing this and following my dream than working a 9-to-5 job and having to do it that way. So this is my dream to do this, and so far it's going pretty damn good. So, and I'm enjoying every part of it. There's been a lot of learning going on. So, all right, let's go grab ourselves a little more meat here. I need to get myself down and weight a little bit though, because 26, 36, 40. Okay, that should be good. Should be able to grab one bag of that meat. Be kind of cool if Hinterland made the Long Dark co-op. I think it'd be neat if that was like if there was like a challenge mode where you could do it co-op. I like the Long Dark as a solo player game, for me. Yeah, for me. Every other game out there has multiplayer. I mean, look at the survival genre in general, and I'd say 80 to 90% of them are all multiplayer, which is fine. I'd have nothing against that, but I like that the Long Dark, I have nobody to depend on but myself. I like that. I think that makes the Long Dark unique among all the other ones. Is that it's only co-op, or it's only solo play. I think co-op would also make it very hard to. It'd be interesting to see how they would work permadeath into like a co-op scenario, I guess. I don't know exactly how that would work either. You eat whoever dies first. Hey, there you go. Well, I think Tony, that Patrick is specifically saying just having it be a co-op game where you could have like one person, like one friend, play it with you, or a wife or a partner or your kid, or somebody could play it with you, and I get that. I get the idea of that in concept. I'm not discounting that as a conceptual type thing. I think it has merit to it. Yeah, exactly. So you can play with your hubby. Exactly. It wouldn't be like an open world multiplayer or anything like that. I mean, Hinterland's already said they have no intention of ever doing that. There are mods out there that can allow you to play that way. But Hinterland has already said we have no intention of making our game multiplayer, period. It's just not going to happen. So that's something that people just have to realize. Raph has no intention of ever making this game multiplayer, as far as I know. I mean, maybe he'll change his mind down the road. But as of this moment in time, he's already specifically come out and said, I have no intention of making the game multiplayer. It's not going to be multiplayer. It's not going to happen. So unless he changes his mind, which, you know, everybody's free to change their mind. I don't think it'll ever be that way, but, you know, never say never. Maybe one day it will be. I mean, like I said, hey Amber, hello. As I said, I think part of the charm of this game, the thing that has drawn me to this game so deeply, is that it is a solo play experience. It's different. It has the permadeath feature in it. It has, you know, the game has real consequences, and you are the only one that you can depend on. Period. There's nobody else who's going to help you out. Nobody's going to share the load. You have to figure out how to make it work for yourself, and that's it. And for me, that's part of its charm, and that's part of what I really love about The Long Dark. To me, it wouldn't be The Long Dark if I could play it with somebody else. It would just be another Green Hell. You know, it would just be another Green Hell. It would just be another, you know, Icarus. Not that there's anything wrong with those games. It'd just be another in a long line of games that I play with other people. And, you know, or another 7 Days to Die. You guys struggle playing 7 Days to Die, as it is. But we are going to play more together now that we've got some technical issues figured out. Nice! Yeah, 7 Days to Die. If you're looking for a good multiplayer, 7 Days to Die is a great multiplayer. You can specialize in 7 Days to Die. You and your friend or your partner or your other, you know, significant other or whatever, your kid or whatever it is, you can all play together in 7 Days to Die. You can specialize in skills. One of you can be like the hunter, the cook. One of you can be the scavenger. You can all take on different roles, and you can really get a lot done. And you need to get a lot done because 7 Days to Die does the multiplayer really well. Another game that does a co-op type thing very well is State of Decay 2. State of Decay 2 has a really good multiplayer setup where, you know, somebody else can join in. It doesn't really affect your game a whole lot because they have their own loot. They have their own loot boxes. They can help you out, but they don't really affect your world other than just kind of being a helping hand. It doesn't make your world any harder. It can kind of make your world a little easier. So you can play on maybe more of a difficult level with the multiplayer than you could solo. I know there's guys who do play, you know, Nightmare and Lethal solo. Those guys are insane. I find for myself, Dread is about the highest difficulty level I can play solo on State of Decay 2 and still have fun with it. But Hadrian and I did a little bit of Lethal or Nightmare together, and that was quite interesting. That was a very unique dynamic to it. So yeah, State of Decay 2 has I think a very good co-op feature because people can bring their own members of their community into your community, and they get rewards for doing it as well. So it's kind of cool. We cook all day, cook all night. The bear is down, he's out of sight. We got a bear hide to fix our coat because the wolf ate it like a goat. I played a little bit of Elden Ring. I don't really like big boss battle games. They just, I like them for a little while. They just start to basically, I just get annoyed by them after a while because it's just boss battle after boss battle after boss battle. I tried Elden Ring. It was fine. I just don't really like boss battle games. It just isn't my thing. I like some action adventure type stuff like that. Like I really liked Horizon Zero Dawn, which I understand does have a few boss battles in them, but most of the time you sort of have that open world. You can just wander around and do what you want. Elden Ring really, I just kind of got bored of it after a while, to be honest. It's just not my thing. I think it's a fine game. It's really gorgeous, and it's really cool. But after a while, I just honestly got bored with it. I did. I just like, okay, I gotta go over here, and here's another boss battle. Gotta go over here, here's another boss battle. But yes, Elden Ring though is really good. I mean, it's really a cool looking game for sure. They did a good job with it. Hey, thanks for the sub there, QU 61. I honestly don't know. I don't know what is this. What is a 6? Is that a G? Is that Cug1? I don't know if that's a G or if that's... I have no idea. I give Shadow Colossus a pass on the boss battle games. It's just so pretty and epic. Yeah, and you know, there's certain games you can give a pass on like that. I mean... But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed Elden Ring for a little while, but after a while, I was just like, I'm good. Oh, man. Oh, there's my meat. Okay. Like, oh, man, my meat's under my bed. I figured we don't need the health, so we'll just sleep while our meat cooks. Why not? You think you might play some Pacific Drive when it comes out? What is Pacific? I don't even know what that is. I'm always open. I'm always open, but I don't know what it is. What is Pacific Drive? Ooh. What is that? Survive in an anomaly-filled Olympic exclusion zone with a car as your only lifestyle. Scavenge resources from abandoned research sites, load up your trusty station wagon, and drive like hell to make it through alive. This run-based driving survival adventure arrives in 2023. I'm going to put it on my wish list. It looks kind of cool. Thank you for letting me know about it. See, I depend on you guys to let me know about new games because I'm really bad. I do have an Aurora? Oh, I do have an Aurora. My all-time favorite is Quern. Yes, it is. If the station wagon has wood paneling, I'm in. Yes, it does have wood paneling, I think. I think it actually does. No, I appreciate that. I mean, I'm not... Honestly, I'm not looking to add a lot of games to my repertoire right now because I have so many games I want to play that I don't get enough time to play as it is. But always looking for new suggestions. Yes, it does have wood paneling, by the way. I'm looking at the trailer for it right now. There is wood paneling on it. What are my thoughts on Skyrim? Never played it. Never played Skyrim. But then again, mainly because I played EverQuest for 14 years between 2000 and 2014. So I don't know when Skyrim came out in that time frame, but I never played Skyrim. I never played Skyrim. So just my son enjoys Skyrim quite a bit, but I've never played it. It looks very time consuming and involved, and I already have a lot of time consuming and involved. I generally when I'm looking at playing other games, I don't want to get into a lot of Long Dark already consumes 99.999% of my time. I just passed 6,000 hours in Long Dark. I just did that recently, actually. Which I didn't even get a chance to celebrate it because I wasn't paying attention. But I'm at 6,013 hours in Long Dark right now. And so I don't have the time to get into a very involved style game. Oh, those are still raw. Well, that sucks. Oh well. I didn't need to cook all this up anyway. It's too involved just to get installed to the mods. Yeah, and yeah, I guess there's a lot of mods for Skyrim too, which just makes me go, I'm good. I'm not a big mod person. I figure if a game is not... honestly, I figure if the developer of a game is not good enough to make a game that you can play without mods, like if you have to install mods just to make the game playable, I don't think the game's worth playing, to be honest. No matter what kind of game it is. Now, if it's a game like 7 Days to Die, and you can play 7 Days to Die in its just base form, and it's totally fun, and then there's mods on top of that can make it even more fun, you know, I think that's great. But if mods make the game, Bethesda, I'm looking at you, if mods make the game actually playable, I don't think the game's worth getting in the first place. And for me, anyway. Just, that's me personally. If you enjoy playing games that are scuffed and you can make them better with mods, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. But just for me personally, that's just too much effort to put in. It's like I already paid you money for your game that I can't play, and I have to install mods. That just to me seems crappy. That seems bad. I don't know. I think mods are fine and everything. I just don't want to have to mod a game just to make it playable. The game should already be playable even without mods. If the game's not playable without mods, then I'm just like, yeah, I'm noping. I'm noping out. I'm like, nope. I'm good. Now, you know, that and that, like I said, that's just for me personally. There's a lot of mods out for Long Dark already. There's quality of life mods they've had for quite a while. There's mods where you can actually fix like the cupboards and broken stuff inside houses and actually make it usable for storage space and stuff like that. So that's already been in the game for a while. Yeah, I just want to play a game. I don't want to develop it, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, but see, the thing is, you can play a base Alpha 20 7 Days to Die game, and it's just fine. It works fine. It runs fine. You know, it works fine, and if you want some quality of life stuff on top of that, great. If the first mod you have to install is an unofficial patch, the devs have failed. Well, yeah. I mean, look at Fallout 76. I mean, I'm not an expert on this, but I watched Endgame Blues a bunch. Endgame Blues is a good friend of the channel, by the way. Go check him out over on Twitch. But I watched Endgame Blues play some Fallout 76. And his biggest complaint, because he played a lot of Fallout, I've never played Fallout before, but his biggest complaint about Fallout 76 was that there were bugs in Fallout 76 that they had known about from the previous Fallout games that modders had already fixed, that they failed to implement those fixes in Fallout 76. That, to me, just is lazy. That's lazy on a company's part. That's basically giving the big middle finger to gamers and saying, you know what, we know it's a problem. We know you have already fixed it for us, but we're too lazy to fix it in our own game. We're too lazy to take that and fix it. That just screams of being lazy. Yes, thank you for giving Endgame Blues a shout out there. Endgame Blues is a great guy. Good friend of the channel. I'm a console player. We never see mods very much. What did we say earlier about devs are stupid? Yeah. Well, and especially I think smaller company devs are a little bit better than big company devs. Big company devs, unfortunately, just don't, they don't pay as much attention to the... They don't pay as much attention, I guess. Hey, look. There's a key. to the angler's den, where we won't find anything in it because it was fish and now there's no fish in it. Ew, make me sad.
I'm not sure I can carry much.
But I think smaller devs tend to care a little bit more because, you know, like, you know, Hinterland, they seem to care a little bit more about what people's comments and stuff are. Bigger devs, they tend to be like, yeah, whatever, we're just going to put the game out. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't, and we don't care. They're like, suck it. Suck it up, Buttercup. All right, let's go up to the Foreman's Retreat. Sometimes there'll be some birch up there for us. You notice they took the stem away from this medical kit here. There was a stem in that medical kit for a while, and now there's not. So it's like half the stems in Interloper they've like made disappear. They've changed them around so we don't know where they are anymore. That's what they do, baby. That's what they do. Aha, here's the birch. Yeah, I mean, going back to what you're saying there, Patrick, console is very much, console gaming is very different from PC gaming, because PC gaming, you know, the console gaming, they pretty much sell you, although it's changed a lot nowadays, too. I mean, it used to be, you know, you'd actually have to buy a physical copy of a game to play the game, and now you don't really do that a lot. You can still do that, but majority of people just buy a season pass or whatever, and they just download the games virtually. You know, they don't actually have a physical copy of the game, which, I mean, benefits the company a lot. They still charge you, you know, a bunch, but it benefits the company a lot because they don't have to make as many physical copies anymore. They don't have to make they don't have to make all the physical copies they used to. It used to be they actually had to print physical copies of the game and ship them out and promo it and all that sort of stuff. Now they don't have to do that much anymore. Which drives you crazy. I like your yeah, well, you know, guess what? Your physical copy will never be taken away from you. Unless your house burns down or, you know, some horrible tragedy happens, you'll always have your physical copy. They don't have to spend as much time on bugs either. No, they don't. They can put out a digital copy of something that's a little scuffed, and then they can fix it later. Which really gives them a incentive to give you scuffed product, which kind of sucks. Sucks for the consumer. Let's put it that way. It sucks for the consumer. Because they're like, oh, we'll just put the game out, and it doesn't come out very good, and they're like, oh, we need to fix this, and this. All right, get the team on it. They'll fix that. We'll put out a hot patch for it. So they don't have to spend all that time doing the play testing and all the stuff they had to do before, because before when they put out physical copies, they probably put a lot of hours into actually play testing and playing the game to make sure it ran correctly before they actually released the game. And that costs money. You know, that costs time and money. I think the quality of games was way higher back then. Even the crappy titles, the quality of them, they actually played. They actually played well, didn't have a lot of bugs. You know, there's always going to be some exploitable bug in a game. I never want to purport out there that there's a way to make a perfect game, because there's always going to be things in a game that are a little buggy, because you can't perfectly program any sort of complex system. Is always going to have something in it that's going to be either exploitable or be a little buggy or not quite work right, or but most of the time there's a cool factor of having a little bit of a bug in a game. I'm 56. It's good to see geezer gamers out there. Oh, well, Patrick, you have to remember, Patrick, we are the original gamers. Our generation is the original gamers, man. We started all this. This is our house. This is what we got made fun of for decades, is playing video games and being looked down on for playing video games. This is our house. They did not invent this. I know people who think they're, of this generation think that this is their thing, that they invented video games and all the internet stuff and chat rooms. No, our generation invented all that. Our generation came up with that stuff. And we were doing it way before they were. Especially us uber nerds. We were doing this stuff way before they were doing it. Before it became popular, before it became mainstream. It's Chato has a great video about that, where he rails against people coming into this, he rails against people coming into, for those of us who remember the sound of a 56K modem hooking us up to the interwebs and the internet. Unless for those of us who remember that sound, who remember that glorious noise, when you actually had to wait to download things, when you had to put discs into your computer and floppies into your computer to get stuff to work. I mean, you had to download one game. I remember when I downloaded tons of games. Yeah, Mom, hang up the phone. I'm trying to get online. Back when 5 megabytes, dude, I still have the computer that I bought to play EverQuest on. I think it had a 2 megabyte hard drive. I think it was 2 megabytes. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it was good back when I bought it. It was good back when I bought it. It may have been 2 megabytes or it might have been 2 gigs. It might have been 2 gig. No, I think it was a 2 gig. I think it had 2 gigs. And it was a beast back then. It's not anymore, but it's a beast back then. Oh yeah, I mean, I saved up my money, and my mom and dad. I always tell the story. My mom and dad, my brother and I, when Atari 2600 came out, we wanted that so bad, and my mom and dad did not understand it. Atari 2600 was like $120, which, back in the early 80s, $120 was a lot of money for a video game system. $120 was huge. And my mom and dad told me and my brother, I think at the time I was like 11, 12 years old. My brother was a couple years younger than me. And my mom and dad told me and my brother that if we could come up with half the money for it, they would match our money and we could get the game system. Which was $60. I was getting like $1.50 or $2 a week in allowance back then. So $60, that's a lot of money. That was over 2 years worth of allowance to get it. Does my brother play games now too? Nah, he doesn't really play games. He plays a few mobile games, but he doesn't do video game stuff. But that was $60 we had to come up with. Hold on just a second, boys and girls. Hold on. sorry. That was my good friend and my tech guy, Gamer Cats, and he just needed something from me. So really, so oh, maybe it's when I, is it when I, oh wait a second. Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. I got the YouTube one up now. He just needed to chat for a second. Sorry about that, everybody. Just need to talk to him for a moment and get something figured out with him. So I'm gonna check. I think I know where the hatch is, but I'm gonna check a few places here that I normally do not go that might have the hatch in it as well. I normally do not go over here. But yeah, my brother doesn't play games for it anymore, but like I was saying, back in the 80s, my mom and dad made us that deal, and my brother and I went out and busted our ass. We sold magazines door to door. We did a whole bunch of stuff. And we made our $60. Talking about a prepper bunker, yes. Yes, I'm looking over here for the prepper bunker. I figured I'd come over here and check. Because this is one of the spots it could be. Sort of an out-of-the-way, remote location. Bunch of rocks that could hide it from view. Remember a game that had cat and mice? It was Pac-Man style. I remember me and my mom would try to outdo each other's high scores. Had Atari growing up. I think the Sega was somewhere in the garage. My hubby has a Jaguar system. I remember Jaguar. Do you remember the Lynx? The Lynx handheld? I think that was put out by Atari as well. I think it was the Atari Lynx. It came out in like the early 90s, I think. It tried to compete with like, you know, Game Boy and stuff, but it never did. No, can't get up there, so we'll bail on that idea. Yeah, there was a bunch of systems that came out. But yeah, you know, that's the thing is us older gamers, we have to hold the line, man. It's, you know, I love seeing newer gamers come in, but we've got to hold the line. Us older gamers, we have to represent. The Game Boy was a titan. The Game Boy, in the 90s, Game Boy ruled everything.
Jesus, it's cold.
Game Boy ruled everything in the 90s. I mean, that was huge. I could not fathom how popular that was. It was incredible to see how popular Game Boy was. Oh, this is one of the scuffed ones as well. I think, or is it not? Oh, it's not scuffed. Nice. Oh, look, it's nice and warm in here. But you know, I've never been happier with how video games have gone though till now. I mean, I don't like some of the stuff that's come into video gaming. Some of the toxicity and stuff, but you know, there's always been toxic gamers out there. I remember Halo 2 lobbies, or Halo 2 multiplayer matches back in the day. There was a lot of trash talking going on in those. There's a lot of trash talking that went on in those lobbies. Is what it is. And I never played Call of Duty, but I heard Call of Duty lobbies were horrendously bad. Horrendously bad. Remember a new game called Pong back in the day? Yeah. Well, I did a lot of arcade gaming back in the day. There's a place nearby called Wonderland Games where you'd pay like $3 at the door to get in, and then all the games were a nickel. All the games took nickels. It was a nickel arcade. Some of them took 2 nickels, but once you paid to get in, you could get like, you know, $5 in nickels, and you could just play forever, which was so fun.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Let's get to the chopper. So what our story, Chris, is that Astrid woke up in Hush River Valley, not quite remembering who she was, but remembering a few key things. She was part of a research team here in Great Bear Island that was doing some sort of research. She's trying to figure that out too. That goes with the signal void. But she did remember that that she was told if anything went wrong, she needed to get to Desolation Point with a flare gun and fire off a flare gun shot from the lighthouse to alert the mainland that she needed to be picked up. And once she did that, she needed to then get to Forsaken Airfield and bring along with her, or at least stockpile, 50 liters of fluid at Forsaken Airfield to get lifted off from there and rescued. And in the meantime, she's trying to figure out what's going on Great Bear Island and figure out what is happening. Why does she have hardly any memory? Is it Wonderland Games? Yes, it is Wonderland Games, yes. They may have had them in other places in the country. We had like 3 or 4 in the Portland metro area. There was one in Beaverton that I went to. And so that's sort of our mini game that we're playing inside the regular game. And other than that, we're just having a fun Interloper run. We're in Ash Canyon right now. We're gonna go get our technical backpacks so we aren't as heavy. Yeah, it's Wonderland Games still exists in Portland. It's totally different now than it used to be. They went from being video games, basically, Wonderland used to be all video games, like all video games. I mean, they had all the brand new hot video games all the time. They went from that to having a lot of those, the games that you get tickets from that you then go and turn in to get other things. Which just, to me, that's just boring. It's like, I want to play video games. I don't want to play a bunch of tchotchke games where I'm, you know, just trying to get tickets. That's just, I hate those. Those just annoy me. So that's what they've kind of turned into, which kind of just is annoying. Yeah, like Chuck E. Cheese, yeah. That's what they've developed themselves into. Well, that's where they make money, though, because they see that business model works really good for getting people to spend money and to put more tokens and stuff into the machines. So, well, we finished up Chris. We finished up the Hunted for 100 Days challenge. We finished that one finally. That took us a while. That damn bear, he got us, I think, 18 times in the end. But we finally got through 100 days of that. And we, we'll be starting this next week. We'll be starting up the As the Dead Sleep challenge. Yes, I will be ending this stream in about a half hour. Yes, in about a half hour. And we'll be taking a short little break. I'm going to go get some food. I'm starting to feel a little hungry, actually. I'm going to be going and getting a little food. And then I will be over on Twitch. We'll be doing some 7 Days to Die. And then we're going to play a little bit of our sponsor, the CSR 2 game. We'll be playing that for a little bit. And then we'll be doing a little bit of Dyson Sphere this evening, so. Oh, I have something for you to try in 7 Days to Die. Fortnite every night. No, I'm fine. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just trying to get back into it. Maybe if I get bored with 7 Days to Die, I'll try that, but I think I struggle so hard with that game as it is. I can barely make it through the first night. As it is, just on regular level. Oh, on Gauntlet? Gauntlet? And remember Dragon's Lair, General Mom? Dragon's Lair was, oh my god, that was like a crazy game because that was permadeath. That was like you went until you died, and once you died, I mean, you had like 2 lives and you were dead and gone and done. Dragon's Lair was tough too. There was a couple guys at the arcade that were really good at Dragon's Lair and could get through it like on 1 quarter or a couple. I think it was a 2 nickel game, but they could get through it like on 2 nickels. And oh man, it was wild watching them play that game because they knew all the moves. They knew how to, you know, they knew which way to go, which way to step. That game was all about remembering the patterns, remembering to go left, right, forward, backwards, use your sword or use your evade or whatever it was at a certain specific time. It was crazy watching people who were really good at that play it. Something about the hunger survival in this game makes me crave cola. I hardly ever bought soft drinks before. There was a great place I went to in Vegas. Doom in 93. Oh, I played a lot of Doom 2. And I played a lot of Hexen back in the day. Those were my jam for a little while. And then I got into Halo once that came out. I never got to play that one. My brother and sister and I would play Gauntlet. Oh yeah, Gauntlet ate up your nickels like crazy. Oh, I need more health. Gotta put more in. Gotta put more in. Gotta put more in. And then you die to be like, do you want to rejoin your party? If you want to rejoin your party, just deposit another quarter. It's like, dang it. Everybody else is still going. I want to play. Wizard needs help badly. Yep. Oh, yeah. They had all the key phrases, and I'll give you guys night vision. It's kind of dark in here. I can still see okay, but I mean, it's dark. Don't get me wrong, but I can still see a little tiny bit. I did not see that maple on the floor, though. All right. Bedroll down. The good news is we're at 23 degree warmth bonus right now. We are a little low because our clothing has taken a little bit of a hit from the damn animals. Our clothing's taken a little bit of a hit, but that's okay. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. 3 of us would support, defend each other, spend about $2 and laugh about it. Oh, totally. Got this extra clothing on me. Asteroids. Oh, Asteroids 8 quarters up like crazy, too. Well, I mean, all the games back then were designed to eat the quarters. There were very few games that were designed to give you an extended chance to play. All the games were designed to eat your quarters and to get as much money out of you as they possibly could. That's just how it was. All right, let's get some sleep. I'm gonna go grab it. Speaking of drinks, I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Here you go. Here's the ASMR. That Mountain Dew, baby. Yeah. You know what I should do? Can I make a mag lens fire? No, I cannot. I also snagged a piece of ham while I was out there. I still have a CRT type of TV because the older PS1 and 2 games don't play well on PC monitors. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I just got myself a nice can of the dew.
Perfect.
Perfect. Figured we'll just make a little water here real quick. Alright, we're a little bit on the heavy side, but that's okay. Do we have anything we need to prepare? I think I saw, yeah, I got 2 birch bark. Let's make that up. Always got to make up your birch bark teas, my friends. Then let's eat a little bit of our food. Our torches are kind of trash. Let's drop the cans because I don't need those. Let's grab a torch. There we go. That's a good torch. That's a good one right there. You always want to light a fire with the torch if you have the opportunity. How do I like Sea of Thieves? You know, I like Sea of Thieves to an extent. I don't like the trolly nature of Sea of Thieves that can occur. Funny thing is, Gameslift and I have been playing Sea of Thieves on Sunday evenings for a little while, and one Sunday we didn't see any other players at all, which was great because we just like to go do our own thing, have fun, not get into PvP. Then the last Sunday we actually saw a couple people. One of them was trying to like chase us down for some reason. He was in a one-man ship trying to chase us down, and we were in a big ship. And I don't know what he was planning, but I guess he wanted to do something to us. But then he got attacked by we kind of ran away. We fought him a little bit. He ran away. We damaged him a bunch. He ran away. He came back. Another guy started attacking him. And then we just were like, we're out of here. We don't want to deal with this. And then a Kraken came up and attacked both the guys who were fighting. It was hilarious. But I don't like the PvP aspects just from the standpoint that there have been times where we've gone after like a big boss mob or a big adventure, and we've spent, an hour and a half doing it. And then I think the worst time was we did it. These guys knew we were doing it, and so they just hung out and waited for us to use up all of our resources, get all the way done, defeat the boss, unlock the treasure, and all that stuff. Then they just sunk our ship, killed us, and took all of our stuff. Which, I get it, it's a pirate game, but at the same time, that's just kind of annoying and rude. And the PvP part of it just bothers me. I would probably, if Sea of Thieves had private servers where you could just invite people on to play with you, like I could have you guys play with me on a private server, and we could like fleet up and go do things and have adventures and take on big ghost ship battles and stuff. I think that would be so much fun. I think that'd be so much fun, but they don't have that, so whatever. Yeah, that just annoys me in those kind of games. It makes me not want to play them. And again, I'm not sitting here going boo-hoo, it's so unfair, but it doesn't make it fun for me, and so I just go, well, I'm good without the game then. If you play Sea of Thieves, my biggest advice if you play Sea of Thieves is play it with no expectations of actually achieving anything. Just play it just to ding around and have fun. You just play it to ding around and have fun. If you get some stuff done, you get some stuff done. If players roll up on you and take your stuff, you basically just start throwing crap overboard, or you just capsize your own ship and sink it, and don't worry about it. And just move along and do your own thing. Because, I mean, Games Live and I have a lot of fun with it. And it's fun to have the Stream Loots cards being played with it. You know, it's fun. It's a fun time overall. But it's those moments where, it's those moments where they you know, where players make it unplayable for you. Hey, Faith, and by the way, hi, Faith. I saw you come in. I didn't say hi. I'm really sorry about that. Am I going to play more of the Witchgate? Yes. Oh, yeah, Magical Monday. Magical Monday, Faith. We're going to be doing some Magical Monday. I have to get my schedule set for this next week. But, yes, Magical Monday evening. We're going to be playing some more of The Witch of Fern Island. And we're going to... where BK is my kitty cat. And BK, I will let you know. I don't know if you saw any of it, BK. But the cat is a troll. The cat is very trolly in his behavior. He only wants to play Sea of Thieves ever. Sea of Thieves has a lot of content. You can do a lot in Sea of Thieves. You can do a lot in Sea of Thieves. There's a lot of content in Sea of Thieves. For me, honestly, it gets a little repetitive after a while. It is a grind your reputation game. You know, yeah, there's sailing and fighting ghost ships and pirates and stuff like that. And there are stories and stuff, but it's kind of grinding your reputation. It's a grind your reputation game. So that's what it's mainly about. Which is fine. I mean, you know, other games are about grinding your XP to get levels. You know, I like that Sea of Thieves doesn't have, like, everybody, there's, like, no, it's like you can't get, like, better weapons that help you, you know, do things better or anything like that in Sea of Thieves. Everybody is on an equal playing field all the time. I mean, of course, there's skill level that goes into it, and I'm very unskilled at games like that, but that's okay. If I'm playing a game on the ocean, it's survival, Fountain of Youth, Escape the Pacific, or Subnautica. Yeah, those are all wonderful games. And they're great. They're great ocean games. They're great ocean-based games. They really, truly are. What is the name of the trolling cat game? That is called The Witch of Fern Island. The Witch of Fern Island. Here, I'll show it to you on... It best... To me, it best... the best way to describe it is... this is it right here. The Witch of Fern Island. The best way to describe it is it's as if you took Stardew Valley, made it a 3D game, and instead of being the little character on it, you're in Stardew Valley, you're this witch, and you make potions, you sell potions, you help out villagers, you farm, you have a rep, you have adventures you can go on, but it's basically like a 3D and there's the cat. You have a cat, and you can name your cat on it. But it's almost like a 3D version of Stardew Valley. You can fish, you can go into town. Oh, you can even ride a something that has a horn on it. What? I want that. You can ride around on a broom. There's little adventures you can do. It's actually kind of a fun little game. It's in early access. It's only $20 though, so yeah, you can grow veggies in it. There's different things you can do in it. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty fun little game. Yeah, it's kind of like I've never played My Time at Portia, but it's kind of like that one from what I understand. Oops. Do I actually... No, I don't have My Time at Portia. I think I had I think that's on my wish list, though. Or it's not on my, that's not on my wish list. Huh, that's weird. I did have that one on my wish list for a little while. Why did I open Discord? Go away, Discord. I'm in streamer mode. Go away. But yeah, it's the Witch of Fern Canyon is actually pretty fun. I had a lot of fun with it, so. If you may like this game. What's this one? Dinkum. It looks like, it sort of looks like, what's that one that's really popular on the Switch? That everybody loves, that Mark Wars really liked. What is that game that's really popular on Switch? I can't think of the name of it right now. All I can think of is Farm something, but it sort of looks like that a little bit. Cool, I like watching Stranded Alien Dawn at the moment, but my computer's not up to date enough to play it. Animal Crossing, that's it. Yes, that's it. Oh yeah, Stranded Alien Dawn. Yeah, I actually have that one on my wish list too. How is that game? Is that game pretty good? Is that one pretty good? Because that one I actually have on my wish list. It looked a little involved. But I do have that one on my wish list. Does Animal Crossing have? Oh no, it doesn't have. I don't believe it does. I don't think it does. No. Because I have looked at Stranded Alien Dawn before. It's just, like I said, right now I have so many games. It's not that involves it gets you coming back by passive growth while not playing. Oh. Oh, interesting. Interesting, okay. Take all my guts. Do I need any meat? I got 39 cattails. Let's take one piece of meat with us. Take him as crocs, Tasmanian devils, and other hostiles. Interesting. But it doesn't fit into Magical Monday, dude. Magical Monday has to stay magical. We finished up Hogwarts, and now we're on to other magical games. Now we're on to other magical games now. Magical Mystical Monday. But yes, it's similar to Animal Crossing in its looks. Yeah, it just made me think of Animal Crossing. The big head and the tiny little body, which I always hated that look. I hated it with Funko Pops. I don't like that look. It for some reason it bothers me. I don't know why. Was Hogwarts is good? Hogwarts was awesome. Hogwarts was amazing, Steve. I had so much fun with Hogwarts. I had so much fun. I don't even know how many hours did I get? How many hours did it take me to finish Hogwarts? And I did a lot of side quests and stuff too. So, 70. I put about 80 hours into Hogwarts. Jedis are space magicians. Yes, they are. I put about 80 hours, 79.9 hours. So I put about 80 hours into Hogwarts. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it a lot. I'd say wait for it to go on sale. I mean, I hate paying full price for games, especially AAA games where they want you to pay $70 for a game. But hey, I got my money's worth out of it, so whatever. Whatevs, I got my money's worth out of it, so I'm not gonna, you know, complain and moan about it, but I don't like it when, you know, I don't like games that are that much for the most part. But no, Hogwarts was really good. They did a good job with it. The Hogwarts if you're a fan of Harry Potter at all, and I'm not a big fan of Harry Potter. I like some of the books. I've read a couple of the books. The movies I was kind of meh on. But if you like Harry Potter at all, even as casual, or because I consider myself totally casual with Harry Potter as far as like fandom. Hogwarts itself is amazing. You could wander around Hogwarts for hours and see all the different places, all the classrooms, all the different houses that are there. It's totally freaking cool. It's totally cool. There's so much to do just in Hogwarts without even stepping outside. And then you go to Hogsmeade, you go to the other cities. There's so much to do. I want to get Hogwarts, but I'm still financially reeling from the unexpected purchase of a car 2 weeks ago and it being super cheap on games. Oh, I get that. I totally get that. Sorry, bunny. I need a rabbit skin. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, Hogwarts is just a very expensive proposition there. Eventually it'll go on sale though, so I just wait till it goes on sale. Wait for like a summer sale or a fall sale, winter sale or something like that. It'll go on sale eventually, and you'll be able to pick it up for like $30 or something. I mean, I think it's worth the money, but I do not like paying full price for most video game stuff. There's some games, $20 and under. I'm like, it's $20, It's a $20 game. If it's halfway decent, I'll get my money's worth out of it. AAA games, them starting them at $70, that drives me nuts. That drives me bananas. Burn that last book there.
Come on, little fire.
Come on, little fire. Come on, little fire. Let's get going. Come on, little fire. There we go. Throw one piece of coal on there. A couple reclaimed woods. Remember DK mode on GoldenEye. I never played GoldenEye. But I never played consoles back in the day either, so. I mean, my last major console I had before the Xbox was the Atari 2600. No, 5600. I had the 5600, so. So yeah, I never got to play. I never played like on. I never played Nintendo. Was never a Nintendo person. I think it's because Nintendo came out when I was in my early 20s. And so I had just got married, I had kids, I had a lot of crap going on. I mean, video gaming was just not, it was just not part of my life then. It was just not part of my life because I just had so much other stuff happening. Being a newlywed, and then we moved to Idaho. I opened up my comic book shop. There was just so much going on that I just didn't have time. I just did not have time to do all the extra stuff. I mean, my time was all consumed by getting my comic book shop up and running, and supporting my family, and we were living in a strange town that I didn't know. And, it was just, yeah. Well, I turned 20 in 1990, so you know, I moved to Idaho when I was 23 with my wife, and we moved back when I was 25. And in that time, that's when I started the comic book shop and had all that going on. So. Do you look at briefly again? Watching you play makes me realize I must be moving too fast in the game, making it way more stressful than it needs to be. You take your time in the game, Tony. There's no. Yeah, see, in '97, my daughter was born in '95, and in '95, between '95. Oh God, and then yeah, because my daughter was born in '95. I started working for the Oregonian in '96, '97. And I worked for the Oregonian through about 2007, I think it was. And so between 97 and 96, 97, and 2007, my life was pretty much hell most of the time. The only glimmers of enjoyment and fun I had was playing some EverQuest and some Halo. That's when I kind of got back into it. It was in the early 2000s with EverQuest. And then when Xbox came out, I played Halo some. But yeah, my life was... I was not enjoying life back then. And it wasn't because of my wife or kids. It was because of my job. It's because of the crappy job I had. Made a lot of money. Had everything I wanted. Could buy anything I wanted. Money don't make you happy though, folks, let me tell you. Money can make you take away some of the pain and a few things, but money does not make you happy. More money, more problems, in my opinion. I own a comic book shop. Yeah, for about a year and a half, 2 years before my wife and I decided we want to have kids and we wanted to move back towards family, which was kind of a thing. So my wife and I decided after living in Idaho for a couple of years, I opened up my shop when I moved to Idaho. I had worked at a comic book shop here in the Portland metro area for about, at that point, what, 6 years, 7 years? And when we moved to Idaho, I wanted to open up one of my own. So I opened up my own comic book shop there in Boise, and ran that for about a year and a half. You know, fortunately, it went pretty well. So by the time I was ready to go, I had built it to a point where I could actually sell it and actually, you know, I didn't make a lot on it because I'd only had it open for about a year and a half, but I was able to actually recoup my money from it and leave it in the hands of somebody who was going to take care of it. So I didn't have to shut it down, which was nice. I think it's gone now. I think they came in and they wanted to turn it into a sports card shop and everything else, but that's neither here nor there. But, yeah, so after that, we moved back here to Oregon and had our kiddos and had my daughter in '95 and my son in 2000, and we got divorced in 2000. 2003, 2004, something like that. And we were kind of on the way to our divorce already at that point. We were together for 10 years, so 23, yeah, about 2003, I think. 2003, I think, is when we got divorced. It's been a long time ago. It's been like 2 decades, so it's been a long time. And then the Oregonian thing all fell apart in about 2007. And then I started working at my current job, which ended in December. I started working at that, and I think I started working at that in about 2007-ish. I think the Oregonian was through 2006. I started working there in 2007. Making way less money, but way happier. Way, 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 way happier than I ever was before. But yeah, I own a comic book shop. I love comics. I've been a comic book fan, my first experience with comics was in the early 80s. I found comic books at, just the local mini mart, in one of those spinner racks. and I'd go in there. I'd get my allowance. I'd go in there every week, and pick out what comic I wanted to get. Some of my earliest ones were like the ones I bought off the spinner rack were like, you know, old like when G.I. Joe first came out. Justice League. I remember getting Justice League, the supersized 200th issue, which was like $1.25 for a supersized issue, which, you know, back then comics were like 35 cents, and so it was $1.25. I had to save up. I actually had to ask the guy to put the comic book aside for me so I could save up a couple weeks of allowance so I could come in and buy it. It was expensive, man. It was spendy. So, yeah. So and then I found a comic book shop, and I was like, holy crap! There's actually a shop that sells just comic books. Boom. And there was a little place in Beaverton called Pegasus Books. You may have heard of a movie called The Mask. The Mask was made by a company called the movie anyway was made by a company called Dark Horse Comics. Well, Pegasus Books used to be called Pegasus Books. Now it's called Things from Another World. Things from Another World is the comic book shop owned by Mike Richardson, who owns Dark Horse Comics. So Dark Horse Comics is a local. I remember when Pegasus Books actually had a contest for Name Our Comic Book Company. And they were asking their customers like myself to name their comic book company, and then Dark Horse Comics came out with Dark Horse Comics, Dark Horse Presents #1, Trekker, Boris the Bear, by Jim Smith, who's a really nice guy. And I actually met Jim. I actually knew Jim. He was a really super nice guy. He used to come in the comic book shop all the time. But ElfQuest, yep, I remember ElfQuest when that came out. There was one called Amethyst. You're thinking of Amethyst, General Mom. I have the whole Amethyst 12-part miniseries. Concrete, yep, Concrete came out. But yes, the Amethyst. That was the series. Yep, I love the Amethyst series. That was a great comic book series. Which I think is hilarious because now, you know, the comic book companies tout, you know, we have strong women in comics, and I'm like, there were series out in the 80s and 90s that had strong women in comics that I loved. I mean, I loved Amethyst. You know, that was a great series. Trekker was a great series with a strong female lead. You know, it's like, this is nothing new. This is nothing new. You guys are not reinventing the wheel. I love how people just think that they're reinventing the wheel when it's like, this has been done for decades. It's been done. This has been done. It goes back to Battlestar Galactica. It's all happened before. It'll all happen again. I mean, I still have an original run of Aliens from Dark Horse. Oh, the stuff Dark Horse had back then with the licensing with Star Wars, Terminator, Aliens, that put their comic company on the map. Because they had the Star Wars, they came out with that Star Wars, the first Star Wars comic book. Oh man, that thing was the hottest thing ever. That was one of the hottest comics ever at that point in time. Oh man, that I actually have that series too. I have like almost, I have like, I don't know. I only have like 9,000 comics or so. I don't have a huge collection, but I have like 9,000 or so. It's not, I mean, I know guys who have way more than that, but I got a decent collection of comics. But yeah, I do have the Amethyst series. Remember Camelot 3000? That was a great series too. That was a great series as well. Why do I not have, oh, that's weird. I don't have that light on. That is so weird. I didn't have that light on. There were comics that didn't need to hear the comics code. Of course, they sold like hotcakes. Oh yeah. Well, and the comics code kind of went away after a while anyway, Zylok. The comics code came out of the 50s and 60s, where a lot of people were trying to, like, because the horror comics were really big back in the 40s and 50s. You know, the Tales of Terror and stuff like that. And Bernie Wrightson and guys like that were really popular. And then, you know, the censorship movement started, and they wanted to censor those, so they came up with this comic code thing. Because comics, you know how it's funny how it kind of moves. You know, the target always moves. You know, the whole thing in the 80s where you know, D&D and rock music was from Satan, and it was making kids do satanic things. Well, back in the 40s and 50s, it was comic books were the great evil. You know, comic books were polluting the minds of the young, or, you know, whatever bull crap they wanted to espouse about it. So you know, it's always a moving target. Now it's video games. Video games are the cause of all mass shootings and you know, people doing bad stuff in the world. And it's like, well, no. I mean, if video games made people more violent, there would be even more than happens right now. I mean, how many people play video games? I mean, if it was really the cause and effect, don't you think? I mean, there'd be stuff there'd be stuff all the time. There'd be stuff all the. I mean, it's insane. It's an absolutely insane premise. It's a causation, or it's let's see, causation. What is it called? It's not a cause and effect. It's a correlation, not a causation. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Now it's Twitter's horrible. Twitter's horrible. I do have my Star Wars trading cards though. Yes, I still have my Star Wars and my Return of the Jedi ones too. The old, remember the Star Wars ones? They came in a green set, an orange set. They had different color sets for them as well, which was so cool. What made me want to start streaming? Well, back in 2016, my son introduced me to Twitch because he was watching CS:GO tournaments on Twitch. He was watching CS:GO tournaments on Twitch, and he was like, "Hey, Dad, you might like this," because he knew I liked playing Halo 2 and stuff. And so I started watching some CS:GO. And back then I was playing some mobile games as well. I was playing some mobile games, specifically Clash of Clans, you remember that one? And then Clash Royale. And so I was like, oh, I'll check out those channels. So I started watching some guys and gals who played Clash Royale on Twitch. And I started talking with one guy, especially named Bunker James, who, you know, I watched Typhonics, I watched BBXH, I watched Typhonics, or I watched Bunker James. I watched a bunch of other people who played him. And I was talking to Bunker James, and he was talking a little bit about it. And he was like, yeah, it's really fun. You get to, you know, you get to talk to people. You get to engage with the audience. You get to have fun. And I was like, that sounds like fun. And I was playing EverQuest at the time anyway, so I was like, well, I'll just stream some EverQuest. You know, and I'll just have fun with it. I didn't really care. And so I started streaming in September of 2016. And, you know, 7 years later, here I am. 7 years later, here I am, still doing it. And then in like January, February of 2017, one of my viewers on my EverQuest streams was like, "Hey, do you like survival games at all?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like that sort of style of game." And he's like, "Oh, dude, you should check out this game called Long Dark. It is awesome. It is like the hardest survival game ever." I was like, okay, I'll check it out. So I started watching Kimiota, Lexi W, Shardual Gaming. I watched a bunch of people on Twitch because I was not even aware of YouTube really at that point in time. Other than I had set up a channel there to backlog all of my EverQuest stuff onto it. So I started watching those guys, and I was like, damn, that looks like a fun game. And, oh, the Nom was awesome. The Nom was amazing. I actually have Nom's Nom issue 1 through 5 or 6, I think, something like that. You want to check out something cool, Wesley? Check this out, baby. So I couldn't find a frame for this. Check this out, baby. Let's go full. No, let's go big head straight on that. Check out that. Promotional poster for Nom. And signed by Peter David. I couldn't find a frame for this though. I wanted to find a frame for it so I could hang it up here, but I found one big enough for the Spider-Man one, but I couldn't get one for this. But yeah, there's one of the Nom promotional posters from, what is that, 1986? Like 86-ish? That was a great series. The concept of that. So for those of you who don't know what the Nom was, the 80s were a time where we were finally coming to terms with Vietnam, and kind of like actually, it was a turning point for Vietnam, especially for the memory of Vietnam, and people stopped blaming the vets and started blaming the actual perpetrators of, you know, why things went bad in Vietnam, which was the government. And I'm not going to get all political here, but it was a time where we were actually starting to honor our Vietnam vets. And there was a lot of stuff that came out in the 80s, Platoon, Full Metal Jacket, sort of like taking a look at Vietnam from a standpoint of, these are just kids we were sending over there to do an unbelievably hard job in an unbelievably hard circumstances, and asking an unbelievable amount of them, asking them to go die, and for what? And the comic book The Nom came out, and it was such an interesting concept, because the concept originally, and they strayed away from this. Well, thank you to your dad for his service, because I honor everybody who is brave enough to join the military, because you were literally putting your life on the line. But the idea behind the Nom comic book series was that every month that passed between issues, a month would pass in the comic book. And the comic book was supposed to last for as many years as the Vietnam War lasted. That was the original concept. They strayed away from that around issue, I don't know, a couple years into it, they strayed away from that. But for the first, like, couple of years, it was really cool, because every month it picked up with the same characters, but it was a month later in the comic book. So they'd have an adventure, or they'd have a story or whatever in one book, and then a month later, it'd be a month later in the comic book as well, and it'd be another thing. And then a month later, and so it was really cool. It was a cool way, a cool concept of a comic book, and then they strayed away from it. To this day, he hasn't talked about it. My mom told us one reason, and I don't need any more. Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's most combat vets that I know, General Mom, are very close-mouthed about talking. I mean, you look at World War II vets; they don't talk about it either. People that have been literally in the trenches like that. That sort of stuff they don't talk about. It's affected them in a way that they don't want to talk about it, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. All right, well, boys and girls, we are at the noon hour. We are gonna wrap up here for the day. That's how my granddad was like from World War II. Yeah, that's how. I mean, I know some combat vets, even recent combat vets. They don't like to talk about it. It's one of those things where, as civilians, I can truly say I will never understand what they went through. I can empathize with it. I can support them, but I will never actually understand what they went through. And that's okay. You don't have to understand what they went through. You just have to be there for them, and you have to express that you really appreciate what they did for you. So, I have a buddy from the original Desert Storm as a ranger. He still has flashbacks. Oh yeah. I mean, PTSD is a real thing, especially for. I'm sorry. I know PTSD kind of gets a bad name now because everybody claims to have PTSD because they're because they have some issue with something in the world, and there's some. I believe PTSD is a real thing, but I think it's used often as an excuse these days instead of an actual. PTSD to me is what soldiers have. I don't believe you have PTSD. I believe there's rare instances where PTSD kicks in unless you were actually fighting in a war. Yes, in cases of extreme violence and that sort of stuff, I understand. But yeah, PTSD because a barista got your coffee order wrong. Yeah, you don't have PTSD because a barista got your coffee order wrong. You have PTSD because you were violently assaulted, or you were actually in combat. It used to be called shell shock back in the days. Shell shock and the 1,000-yard stare. So, I have that, but not signed. You have this poster? Yeah, I actually went to a comic book convention and got Peter David to sign it for me. that was one benefit of working at the comic book shops, Wesley, is I had a lot of access to a lot of comic book creators. So I do actually have quite a bit of signed type things, which is kind of cool. Signed kind of things that was kind of cool. So, all right, like I said, we're going to wrap it up here today, boys and girls. Thank you so much for coming by, hanging out. Thank you for the people who've downloaded the game, downloaded CSR2, and played it to level 2, joined a crew. I appreciate that. We hit our goal. We've hit both of our very base goals. Now we're working on the secondary goals. We're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep going with it. I'm going to be switching over to Twitch in about 10 minutes. I'm going to take a little break, go use the bathroom, make a sandwich, and that sort of stuff. And then I'll be back on Twitch in about 10, 15 minutes. We'll be playing some 7 Days to Die. Then we're going to roll into some CSR2, and then we're going to do some Dyson Sphere later on tonight. I'm going to be streaming in about 10 minutes. Here on YouTube, I'll be here tomorrow morning. I'll be here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., 11 Eastern. And we're going to be getting to the gold mine and getting our technical backpack and our crampons and stuff like this. But yeah, like I said, I'll be over on Twitch in about 10, 15 minutes. I'll actually start the stream up and just leave it live for a few minutes so people can come in. I'll hopefully see you over there. If I see you tomorrow, fantastic. But like I said, live stream here on YouTube tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., 11 Eastern. And have a great rest of your day, everybody. We'll see y'all later on.